to fucking trash your lights? Do you want me to fucking trash them? Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you?
I was looking at the light.
It's fucking distracting. Oh, good. 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 No, no, fuck, no. 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 No. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. Think for 1 fucking second. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Think for 1 fucking second. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Think for 1 fucking second. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Think for 1 fucking second. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. What don't you fucking understand? Give me a fucking answer.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
You are trashing my scene.
Shut the fuck up, would you? Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
And I ain't walking on this set if you're still
Shut
hired.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
I'm fucking serious.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up if you can't take a joke.
You are trashing my scene. What don't you fucking understand? 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 Fucking kick your fucking ass. Don't you fucking understand? Fucking kick your fucking ass. Don't you fucking understand? Fucking kick your fucking ass. Don't you fucking understand? Fucking kick your fucking ass. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally. Fucking ass.
Kumite. Kumite.
What you say?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
I feel like shit.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. It's just Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, let's not go home. It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet,
Just knock it off, you scum bucket.
it's just one of those days. It's just one of those happy days. It's just one of those happy days. It's just one of those happy days. The weekend comes, let's go home, ready to make space. It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with the blood stain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about happy days. It's just one of those happy days. It's just one of those happy days. The weekend comes, let's go home, ready to make space.
I feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous. Something's happening to the bonds.
My day keeps going this way and this way. I'm gonna
How was your weekend?
Hold on 1 second.
Alright.
1 second.
Well, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was fine.
Fine. It was
Just
cute.
fine. It was cute. I did a giveaway of stuff in the middle of the night on a Saturday. That was fun. How was your weekend?
It was alright, yeah. It's the way I like my weekends. Quiet. You know, nothing too stupid happened over the weekend. Like,
Oh boy.
Hey, we need to do like a show every day because people won't stop being immensely stupid.
To be honest, we could have, but I got Mortal Kombat 11 because Spawn's on it. And
Mark.
like, look, talking about this shit on Monday. I'm not fucking putting any free time into that. Well, I could be playing Mortal Kombat as Spawn. Get the fuck out of here.
It's Spawn.
Fucking guy. Had to go and do some fucking lame shit. Well, it's a group of guys. But it's still. Fucking still, man.
I've been like half-ass keeping track of it. It's dumpster fire doesn't begin to cover it.
Probably not. Hannibal O'Neill has thrown just 5 for the sake of it. Ricochet threw $1 to say, I want a shirt.
Yes, he did.
Ricochet won a shirt.
I ran a giveaway.
Asshole!
I took the opportunity to run a bit of a impromptu giveaway in the middle of the night. I kind of had to make sure it was when you weren't around because you seem to win fucking everything.
He only wins the things that he enters, to be fair.
Shame.
Not wrong.
Don't win shame me. Also, welcome to the press. Hey man, nice shot. Also, thank you for the pair, Joseph Diaz. You're the fucking devil. And anything else, also join the press corps over the weekend at some point.
Hey.
But, hey man, nice shot. Most people probably thought he was already in the press corps. Now he's officially able to conduct all of his hey man ops. Doing hey man things. And it's cool.
And maybe one day we will actually find out what those ops are.
One day.
It's
One
been
fucking
almost
day.
a year, and I still don't know what the op was, but
Maybe. Marino said, has Taco finished the diorama yet? I did. I was like, I finished it and able to show it to people in like February.
You finished it in February?
February. Yeah, I think he's talking about the
Kaiju Island.
Yeah, you were supposed to show everyone. It was supposed to be a thing, and that never happened.
Well, Corona happened.
Oh, Corona happened, so pictures stopped working.
Corona happened. Well, no, I don't take pictures really, but I was gonna fucking like kind of show it one day, like get a little camera, just like go over it.
He's not
It's
going
kinda
to do
big,
that.
so I'm not in the same place. Well, no, I was gonna do the like walk
Mhm.
around it with a camera and show it, because I'm kind of proud of how I made the water look.
Mhm.
See, I shouldn't have said that because by the time this gets shown, the water is gonna look like dog shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Why
look
did you
fucking
say
gross.
anything?
There's gonna be dead
I shouldn't have said I
Japanese
was proud of the
people in the
water.
pool.
No.
You're gonna
You
go
know
home,
better.
Kaiju
I was
would've
proud of my
eaten
water.
everyone.
But I thought it looked fucking cool.
Welcome to the press corps, Rico.
Oh shit!
Enjoy
well,
your badge.
Rico
News-
officially on the news team.
You went news team.
But I had got the Shin Godzilla that has like the beams coming out of the tail and the face and stuff. I did a little bit with that. Not as cool as the thing that I had shown that someone else had done with it, where it looks like it's cutting through the buildings. I'm not that skilled. I tried to be that skilled and had to scrap and try again. But with the help of Jessica and I can't. Who's the, somebody else helped? It was Jessica helped me a lot with the landscaping and stuff because apparently Jessica does like Legos and dioramas and shit all the time in her free time, and I didn't know that until I started doing this. She was the main one who gave me a lot of help with it. But there was somebody else who helped me out with like the little foam things and the little lights you can put in the foam.
Oh God.
That's pretty cool.
I vaguely remember the other person because Jess builds a lot of like little diorama type things, and there was someone else who was throwing shit around as well to lend you a hand. Would do what now?
Well, it has diorama. It's just it's where I usually stay, which I'm probably gonna go back to here in the soon. If things remain on their getting calmer kind of trail. And that would
Don't jinx yourself.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you just did. Don't know why you would do that.
I got news for you, son. People are starting to relax restrictions in certain places, and surprise, surprise, they're seeing a spike in a second wave of infections. Places like Germany and that.
That doesn't surprise me. As soon as they relax it, it gets fucky, though? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Usually.
yeah. Because the people at home that were sick and asymptomatic go out and start spreading it again. And nobody's out there wearing masks. And this whole social distancing thing is just... it's a mind game. It doesn't work. Me being 6 feet away from you doesn't stop us breathing in the same air.
Weird.
Funny that.
Wear your masks. Wash your hands.
Well, the washing the hand thing is another fucking psych job. It's a false safety blanket.
It doesn't hurt though.
No, it doesn't necessarily hurt. But for you to get infected through washing it through hands, you would have to get it on your hands and then rub it in your eyes, and then the virus would replicate and go into your nasal passages, because that's where it replicates. Nasal passages.
Once again,
esophagus,
wash your
lung.
hands. It seems like the best way to avoid that is to wash your hands before touching your face.
You would get a very small viral load from
Oh, dear
hand
God.
contact.
Blue Yeti Mike threw 20 to throw a dancing, partying pair.
Hair.
It says,
$20.
"You are amazing."
Terrible.
They couldn't even do a pair pun.
That's terrible.
Pair
That-
pun would have been amazing there.
That's absolutely parable.
There it is.
Man,
You proud of that?
no. No. Okay.
All's pair in love and war.
Oh,
God damn it.
that one was bad. That was real bad. Bordering on maybe just telling you to... Do we fire him for that one? Is that the line?
That's the line.
Is that the line? Is now the time that he goes? Are we done with him now?
The pair puns. Uh,
The pair pun, that's too far.
Mike threw 10 for a laughing my ass off pair.
Round
I want to save
Highland,
some of the giggles.
everything is going pear-shaped.
Oh,
Red Feather says super parries.
oh, you guys ruin everything.
He groans in pain.
You guys ruin everything. Fuck. Okay.
Hairs of a feather pun together.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Look, these get funnier, just bear with me.
Oh man. It's gonna be a long show. It's gonna be a long show. I can feel it.
These
Okay.
puns are getting near perfect.
Oh. Physical pain right now.
He's actually cringing.
Physical pain.
Mike threw 2 to say, love you guys. Laughing while crying emote.
I do not know if this is true. This is true at all.
He only picks on the people he likes.
To fucking hurt. Okay. So, who knows the most about what these people did this weekend that was so stupid?
Probably me.
Oh, probably you. You're gonna
Prob-
flex that real quick.
No, yeah, because that's how I spent my weekend.
Depends on which person we're talking
I just
about
read
here.
everything. Yeah, that is actually true. Which dumb person are we discussing here?
Which dumb? What do you mean?
There's
there's-
multiple.
How many people fucking up?
Okay, so
Hold
you
on,
got
hold on. Hannibal threw $2, says super berries are worth $1.99. And Blue Yeti Mike threw the fucking pair. But at least the pair is getting up and getting active. Encourage the rest of you to get up and get active because, you know, with this whole quarantine gimmick going on, people are forgetting to get their shit in.
that is
There you
true.
go. Do a couple laps around the house or something. I don't know.
Maybe go into your mom's room, get the weights, start lifting those so you don't
That's not a
have
weight.
noodle arms.
Yeah, keep up
not a way.
appearances.
Oh.
No. See, most I hate to insult a lot of women over a certain age, but most of them have those like calisthenic like those little plastic steps and those little pink 2-pound weights. They're just like off to the side of the room with usually with shoes on them because they
Larry's
don't use
giving
it
you the
anymore.
real shit. Go punch a tire, bitches.
Oh yeah, she was informed of all of that and shown videos.
I wish I could have been around for Larry to watch the tire punching.
There was a whole lot of what is he doing?
Well, Larry, this is big brain shit. I mean, this is next level training. You punch the tire until you start singing. That's what you do. That's how you handle business.
If you ever wanted to hear what the sound of a woman drowning in her own moistness sounded like, you missed it.
Oh, that's what was going on.
Oh yeah. She was foaming at
sense.
the lips, between the hips.
Foaming at the
Oh.
lady lips. Oh,
Um,
terrible.
that's. Did she consume rat poison by any chance?
No, she watched.
Because that foaming is not normal.
Well, yeah,
Peak
you might just say
masculinity
Larry
type
is a
punch.
fraud. Larry's getting got for fraud.
Well, that's rude.
Is that legitimate? Is Larry a fraud now? Do we?
No,
hear
That's,
Larry?
she's
that's
not a-
rude.
She's not a fraud. She just stinks.
Oh,
She does not stink.
She stanks.
No, she smells like,
Stinks.
she smells delicious. She smells like ham.
Yeah, it's a ham
some
stank.
people are into that.
I'm into that. Smell like
Some people
ham.
want their ladies to smell like ham cubes. It's not a big deal.
Delicious.
I think this is probably a new fetish that we've just never discussed on the show yet.
Blue Yeti Mike threw 10 to say, just think, Tonka. Bastard Beast is thinking of you and Blossom right now and dancing in the forest.
That's actually
don't
pretty
seem normal.
accurate, based on
That
what I've
don't seem
seen this
normal.
weekend.
That's not.
By the way, all of that from this weekend is deleted.
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
Oh, you got it. Oh, he's got.
Oh.
Australia is keeping tabs on this motherfucker.
But anyway, you were inquiring about who did the dumb shit?
Who got dumb? Yeah.
Oh god, who didn't get dumb apparently? Essentially, It was the entirety of the what is it called? What is that scam? New Project 2 crew. So that would be
the entire Gunt Guard.
Yeah, the Gunt Guard. So that would be
Gunts of the
Ralph,
Round Table.
Dick, Rakita, Medicare. All got
For fuck's sake.
pretty fucking dumb.
Why did they get so dumb? Same stuff. It's just still running interference for each other and it biting them in the ass.
Well, you remember when Masterson's ex released a bunch of text messages? Well, she'd followed it up with a text post. Basically detailing and addressing all his little snide comments towards her.
Who?
That Masterson.
Oh.
Who made this?
Jamie Lynn Hughes?
Okay,
The lady he went in
this is the chick he was trying to
Yeah.
seduce.
Which I told you guys when that happened. That was a bad move.
Yeah,
That's
she
probably going to
released
ensure this keeps going.
she released a ton of text messages which people were poking fun at on, I believe it was Kiwi Farms, and the owner of Kiwi Farms was locking the threads, which made everyone else go, why would he be doing this?
Yeah, I mean,
he always says, like, I don't take anything down.
Oh, he's never done that before. He's actually stated that would be impossible.
Yeah, because they'll just keep making threads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but don't talk about this.
That's curious as fuck, isn't it?
A little.
How it went from being impossible to do to now he does it when it happens to his buddy. You know, the guy who he's publicly stated, oh, he's the coolest guy on the internet.
He was prom king.
Well, it wasn't just that. Like, the Kiwi Farms guy said that he was the coolest guy on the internet. And didn't know why. I think it was like Ralph or Andy fucked something up by hanging out with, or maybe it was Medicare. I don't fucking know. Somebody. It was stupid. All these fucking idiots think they're cool. Like, you are fucking cringy motherfuckers who are making money from being dorks on the internet. Get fucking real.
Jorgamon saying he didn't delete it. He locked it because Ralph fans were shitting it up. He unlocked it the next day. How often does he lock threads?
Oh, alright, here's the thing I did hear. He unlocked it when Medicare started making fun of it. On the thing with that fucking the other kid.
When
they're all
Internet
mad
Daddy
at
said
now.
something.
Oh, People's Populous Press. PPP. I only know about him because Kraut talked about him.
He just looks like a less testosterone Ralph.
But
It's
he
like
is
Ralph with the inability to grow facial hair.
he is not pulling punches though. He went on a stream with looks like I don't know who the one dude in the white hat is, but looks like Rakita. I think it was a Rakita Law stream with Masterson. And
The bullshitter lawyer, yeah.
yeah, the bullshitter lawyer, Prom King, and People's Populous Press went on there, and I have never heard somebody's voice jump up as many octaves as Dick's did when he was like, "We fuck women," and it, oh, okay, sure. Like he got red faced and he was screaming into his microphone. It was bad.
Why do you think he's red-faced and screaming into his microphone? Had this guy find like did he bother him that much, or was he just pissed? Okay.
He bothered him that much. Cause I think PvP might have a touch of the tism there. To the point that he will not let it go when he has a point. and he just keeps pushing it. And they're used to dealing with people that when you push back a little bit, they'll shrink down. But this dude's like not letting up.
Wow. He doesn't have much to lose.
Mm-mm.
And he keeps saying that he was flagged by Ralphing it. That was the other thing that accusation was saying. Now, is there anything to that? Somebody said that Medicare said that Ralph needs to, him and Gator need to show their flagging histories. That too. So is that a thing?
I think that's a thing. That was, I believe, something that popped up. So, People's Populist Press got a hold of Medicare on Twitter and was like, "Hey, do a live stream with me." He's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do a live stream with you." And yeah, he did say that. Or something to that effect of, yeah, they should show their flagging history, and if they did flag PvP, then, I'm gonna call them fucking gay for it.
No. I mean, he could make an elaborate video on it, like he did with Matt. See, that's the thing. Like, Medicare will say, "Oh, I covered it," when he like said a joke about it on somebody's stream. Like, that's his way to like troll shield. Fucking, that's how he does shit. But he's like, no, I covered it. I covered it. Like, he won't say anything, or like make videos about, people like that. But it would be funny to see if he ended up making a video about this. I'd laugh my ass off.
So there
like,
was a third guest in that live stream.
Hold on. If I remember right, he made a video, like 4 or 5 fucking videos on Clout because he allegedly had a doxing server. That was bullshit. But Ralph has been proven to have a doxing server. And no video. Ralph has been called out on flagging people and calling to flag people. He is openly called to flag people on his stream, too. Like, openly done it. Ralph got a video for that. Who got a video for that? Monday and Matt got a video on flagging. So, there's check on 2 things that anybody else gets a video on. But if you're in this cringy fucking circle, you don't. And now fucking, like, Ralph is like, he wants to fight this fat kid. Like, anybody on the planet is going to book this.
Oh, even better.
Grandeur.
Really?
Ralph is demanding that money up front. Well, he said 8K. I'm willing to take 5K.
Fuck off.
Nobody's gonna watch those 2 fight. Like, again, the whole thing before was not for money. Like, I was saying I would give Andy money. But it was because, it was done for free.
Well, the whole Andy thing, that was because you actually wanted the fight to happen, and the fight had just been cancelled. Fucking, just reschedule it. And he's like, no, I fucking won. Dude, alright, I just fucking, for 3 months, I've been eating fucking cabbage soup. I want to fight someone.
I never ate cabbage soup.
Whatever the fuck you ate, celery water. Cutting weight.
Oh,
when you were a miserable
God,
cunt.
that's not miserable.
He was a miserable cunt.
He was so angry.
Fucking 3 months. It's like,
Big
fuck,
angry.
I'll pay you 2K to fight me.
Yeah, ignore that. You gotta ignore
Fuck
that.
It's not the important thing. The important thing is that, any one of these things, he's made videos on people for. But when it's his boy doing it, no, he don't make videos on that. And I'll be like, well, I don't do it if people tell me to do it. Plenty of people have told you to make plenty of fucking things, dude. And you do it. I'm begging for a video and you'll do it. You did an entire series on that guy with the glasses. Because people told you to do it on your fucking Patreon. And the entire stance is fake. The stances are always fake. These people are fucking fake. It's just always about fucking, oh, well, look at this. Oh, I'll do a live stream on it that I'm going to delete right after. Because those definitely, they last in the, everything as long as doing a video, right?
Sure.
Fake as fuck. Fake as fuck. It's like Andy Worski tried to kill people in the street. You never saw a fucking Medicare video on Andy. Never happened. I don't know. Dude probably doesn't even like making videos anymore. It's much easier for him to sit down, do a live stream, read his chat, get paid. And that's what the dude's about at this point. It's about getting paid.
Yeah, well, you can't get live. You can't get the super chats, can you? During a video.
What do you mean?
I mean,
think
unless you
can, like, can just
premiere the
premiere
video.
it from what I've seen, yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently that fucking that cringy little toad fuck, like he had a fucking video premiering. He just deleted it because everybody was making fun of him for all this shit going on.
I have heard he tried to be a YouTuber and got laughed off. Just
What a
deleted his
fucking
video
fool.
in shame. Which was honestly the right decision.
Toad needs to delete a lot of things out of shame. Toad is shame. The time that I interacted with him the most was like back when he used to kiss everybody's ass on the fucking show and like make videos trying to piggyback on the show back in the day, and that was fine. But the last time I really talked to him, like other than him trying to get advice from me on how to get girls to talk to him because girls wouldn't talk to him, me and Scrub laughed like motherfuckers listening to this guy bitch because girls wouldn't talk to him. It was hilarious. Like that's one thing that I wish had been done on a show. It may have been on a show. I don't remember. It may have been like a secret stream or something, but Toad just giving out because girls wouldn't talk to him. And like asking advice. It was like me and Scrub and somebody else he was trying to ask advice from on how to get girls to talk to. But then the last time I talked to him, he was fucking crying. Or I don't know. I say crying. It's just a guess. But like he's freaking out in my DMs. I'll just leave it at freaking out. He's freaking out in my DMs because he thinks that people have his docs. And it's like, well, dude, don't freak out about it. Just chill out. Figure out who did it. You know, make a thing on it. People like you. And he was.
So you lied to him.
Well, at the time, people liked him. Well, people did like him back then. Like him and Scrub used to do funny shit together, and then he just became such a cringy little clout chaser that it was a gross motherfucker. Most of these people, they became scumbags because they were too cowardly to say anything when somebody did something wrong. They didn't want to say anything about it, and because they didn't want anybody to do anything fucked up to them, so they would just cower on it. They backed down. Well, Toad backed down. It was like Toad used to butt suck Leo Pirate, the one who went on and talked to Medica. And by the way, here's a funny moment.
Thanks.
For anybody who's been here. You've always heard, anytime someone brings up Leo Pirate, it's like, I can't shake. That was the dude who told me that Gamergate was the 9/11 of the internet, and I've never been able to shake it. I'll even bring up sometimes the guy who brings up 9/11 of the internet, and I didn't know what to think about it.
Really?
Apparently he did that again this weekend.
I was gonna work into that.
Work into it. Fuck it. Go ahead. Laugh
Well,
my fucking ass
walk-
off.
You walked all over it.
All right, we'll walk it back and then walk into it. I will
gotta
hush.
walk
I'll let
it
you do
back. I gotta walk it back. Okay, so I get linked to this Medicare versus People's Populist Press stream. I click over because sometimes dumpster fires are funny.
She watches this shit. I don't.
I usually don't. I usually just ignore it. But for some reason, I just got the inkling. I'm just gonna click it, and I click it, and I'm fucking bored. I am so bored. And then I hear a familiar voice, and then you hear the moment that Jim recognizes the voice, and he just goes, "Oh, you're the third person? I was expecting crowd or someone entertaining at least."
Leo Pirate is a boring motherfucker.
I think I put in the Discord, it's fucking Leo Pirate, are you kidding me? Everyone's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, and the longer I listen to it, because I'm just like, okay, how long until this guy brings up Gamergate? Because he wants any opportunity to talk to Medicare again. And then he's like, well, I just can't help but think about another thing that happened. And Medicare's like, what are you Leo, what are you talking about? And he just goes, oh, you know, that little thing. The 9/11 of the internet. You know, Gamergate. And I just went, he said it.
I
He
hate
said the
him so
thing.
much for existing sometimes.
He said the thing.
Leo Pirate makes the rest of you internet people look so much worse. I'm not just saying that because I don't like him. Like, he says shit like that, and people just fucking... You know everyone just erupted in laughter when he said that shit. You know they did. I told you, when he said that to me before, I was like, what?
He said that
Fuck are
off
you
air,
on
to
about?
be fair. At least there was some plausible deniability on
No,
his
I think he
end.
said this shit on air.
Was it
When
on
he-
air?
When he told me, yes.
Oh,
He told me
God.
it was the 9/11 of the internet on air on some show, be it Failure's Mind. I don't know which. But I was just like, what? And he's such a, I don't know. Leo Pirate is the internet person that makes the rest of the internet people look fucking cringy as shit. I mean, a lot of these people are, but he really does. Like, you ever, like, who's an internet person if you're not an internet person? Leo fucking Pirate. That guy. That 90% of the planet has no idea it took place. But you call it the 9/11 of the internet. And you're not kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I get them confused all the time.
9/11 and Gamergate, they're interchangeable.
Yeah, like I
Interchangeable,
like I
really.
said, like sometimes I'll see, you know, some 9/11 stuff. I'm like, oh, is that Gamergate?
Angel, game reviews can't melt steel beams.
He's right though.
Ricochet through two and said, hi, Jacob.
Aw.
Look at that. I don't know. Go ahead and grab some more so we don't get too far behind. There's crazy
Let
shit.
me
There's too much crazy shit that these fucking marks have done this weekend.
let's see here. Hannibal and Neil. I'm assuming that these are stickers, $3.99. Mike for $5, probably also a pair. Bleeding Mike for $5. Ralph threatened to dox Bosch on the Drunken Peasant stream. I remember that.
Wasn't that his girlfriend as well?
Yes, and the girlfriend. Mike donated $5 to say they all look. They're all low T though. Look at Gator or listen to Toad. And Leonie Mike said, and Toad tried calling me a cuck on Twitter. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
I try not to hate him. I hate on him for that because everybody got the struggle, but apparently Toad's struggle is women, and that's fine.
You
Fuck.
got
He's young.
99 problems, but a woman ain't one.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it. Thank
He's
you.
gangster.
Also, so yeah, that stream happened. And then People's Populous Press did another stream later on in the weekend. And I think there's a bunch of screen caps of Ralph in the chat.
Why is Ralph in his chat screaming?
Let me find the
Fine. We got a few hours. It's Monday. And
It
we didn't do
is.
anything over the weekend. We got time.
a week chat. Ralph saying, keep my mom out of your mouth. Leave her out of this. There is quite literally someone calling the hospital now. I wonder what that's like.
Isn't that the thing that like Ralph did to you and your family? And
Well,
was
Ralph
totally
didn't
fine
do
with
it, but
Well, he
yeah, I don't know what it's like to have people, random spurgs that don't like you, calling a hospital to harass one of your family members. Don't know what that's like at all. Am I laying it on too thick?
I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. It almost seems like somebody might be getting what they gave to others, which I don't hate. I might, in fact, have like a weird affection for seeing that kind of shit happen. I won't say that I love seeing that kind of thing happen because I'm not a very loving guy, but I definitely have a bit of an affection for it. I kind of
That's
want to hug the
fair.
concept of people getting what they deserve. At least like one hand hug with some pat on the back. A little affection. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. There was another cap of Ralph saying, I can't even visit her, yet there are spurgs that somehow know her information enough to call her room. Disavow now before we get to a nut cutting scenario. Also, Ralph,
Oh,
you
Ralph's
are
demanding people disavow. Get fucked, you oh, what a piece of shit. Disavow now. Is that Ralph saying disavow
yes,
now?
that is allegedly Ralph. I mean,
This-
he's not on YouTube, but
What a pathetic drunk piece of shit.
This shit made me really mad because they fucking loved it when Zoom called Vamp's nan. They played it on their show. They made a whole fucking deal about it. It was hilarious then.
oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking hilarious. But that's the thing. I mean, I just gotta state, leave the poor woman alone. She's been through enough. Not only does she have to put up with Ralph, but she's been through dialysis and then, you know, him.
She
Not
has
being
Ralph
there
living
for
in her house in his mid-30s. This
Yeah.
woman's had enough.
Yeah, so leave her alone. but,
That is my stance, but man.
Yep, and
but
like
still,
apparently
Ralph, go
her
fuck
health
yourself.
is put her in the hospital. Which poor lady.
Isn't that something though? All the shit that they greenlight and they think it's so cool to fuck it. Like, he thought it was hilarious to call everybody else's family. Why is it not funny now? Why is it not funny when it happens to you? Why do you require people to disavow it? You pathetic piece of shit. You cowardly fucking piece of shit.
Let's see
Cowardly,
here.
drunken loser. Fuck.
Oh god. I'm just like scrolling through the little caps of the chat that were sent to me because people were like, the chat is where it was at. And someone had said, I like how Toad sold out when he had nothing to sell in the first place.
Yeah, everybody's talking to him about, like, what is it? He makes like $26?
I have no idea.
Toad's an idiot. Toad was always an idiot. He was too much of a pussy to ever make a real impact on anything. Toad talks about what he considers to be safe topics, and it's always been that way. When it didn't save, he starts deleting shit. That's why his entire channel got deleted before he started trying to talk shit about me, because his old channel was nothing but kissing my fucking ass and tonguing my butthole.
Graphic.
Graphic but accurate. He used to make videos about
Still
how great I
graphic.
was. He needs help.
Eh. Billy Eddie Mike through 5, or the time they had that unfunny prank caller call Tonka's mom. Which time?
I
But that's
think
the
he's
thing,
talking
it's
about...
always okay if it happens to anyone. No matter who or what, no matter what. It's always okay as long as it's happening to someone else. Now that it's happening to him, he requires disavow? When did that start?
When it happened to him.
What?
Because it sucks when it happens to you, doesn't it? There's a reason you don't see that shit over here.
Ralph he's just a certain kind of pathetic to me. Just, my God. What a pussy. A drunken pussy.
Oh, even better. He's also really fucking gullible.
Ralph is really gullible. I'm
Yeah.
joking. When
Spoiler.
he's drunk or always.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who thought he would get away with punching at cops, he's gullible? You're fucking with me.
Oh, that was the alcohol talking. Now, what I'm talking about is, let's just say someone might have contacted him in the guise of a much bigger name to go on Ralph's show to debate
Fucking with me.
Mark Collette.
Who that?
Sargon. You know what Sargon said to this?
Oh, I saw this.
This never happened. You never contacted me or my team. I
Sargon
did
got
not
a
agree
team.
to go on your show, Ralph.
Sargon got a team, Ralph. What do you think about that?
He's politics, people.
Yeah, Sargon got a team now.
But yeah, like
Well, you guys
Ralph
killed him, didn't
had
you? You
Ralph
shut
had
him the
made a-
fuck down.
Ralph made a thumbnail. He was advertising it.
He was
think someone
so
sent
happy
it.
when he thought that fucking Sargon was talking to him.
What a fuck is
Yeah, and then Sargon's just like, you never spoke to me about this. You never spoke to anyone that I associate with about this. You think you talked to me, but you not talk to me.
Why you no talk Sargon?
What an
Well,
idiot!
He thought he talked to
Fucking
Sargon.
Mark.
He scheduled a debate that wasn't even confirmed with the person Colette was supposed to debate.
How long was he advertising this shit?
Not long
I have
enough.
no idea. Like,
Not long
If it-
enough. What do you mean?
I think Akujin and I are both in the same boat. We wish he had been advertising it for like weeks, and then one day Sargon. Oh no, it was scheduled. It was allegedly scheduled for the 24th of this month. So he was advertising it now.
I kind of wish Sargon had shut up and let this go right up until
Let it
the
ride.
day. Yeah, right up until the day.
Like, what?
That's
I
terrible.
was busy doing politics things. What are you talking? I never agreed to debate Mark Collette.
Well, somebody probably brought it up to him. He's like, "Whoa, people who are my fans, what's up?"
I don't think he wanted to have anything to do with the Killstream, even
I don't think
fictionally.
anybody does.
Even fictionally.
No.
Even with a joke, he wants no part of it.
No, even fake me is not fucking debating you. Sorry.
That's good shit. So, did Ralph ever did Ralph get in touch with him, or did this ever get clarified? Are we not getting this legendary?
He's
Interaction.
not going on.
Oh, okay. That makes me kind of sad. Only kind of though. This shit's funny as fuck. Why did it? Why would he think Sargon's gonna come on his show anyway? Hey, you're kind of a piece of shit, Ralph, and you've been explicitly a piece of shit to Sargon, making shows about when his wife had a miscarriage.
Yeah. Weirdly
Probably
enough,
not gonna bother with you, dude.
he doesn't want to talk to you, man.
Ijo in the chat goes, they emailed him to come on. They called it the chill stream.
Oh god. And get some of that alt-right fucking rep going. So like everybody said that was like my thing back in the, including Bad. It was apparently I was very I don't remember that. But I
You're
can
not even
explicitly
white.
show you. I can show you some of those badass streams. Those great streams Ralph did where he's just hurling racial slurs at people for a long period of time. 10 out of 10. I can't imagine why people wouldn't want to go on your show. That's not fucking up at all. What else went down? What's another highlight that's went down? Or is there another highlight?
Let's see here. Oh. This one. You know Zoom, right?
I have heard of him. The alleged pedophile, doxer, and swatter. The doxer and
Yes.
swatter bit is confirmed.
But also web developer. You know for who?
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Dick Masterson's
New platform.
website is built by him.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what he has access to? All
Well,
of that he has been tweeting out over the weekend.
What's he been tweeting out?
Oh,
over
he's
the
been
weekend?
tweeting it out.
He's been tweeting out what he has been doing. Very because you know he is who he is. He just blatantly just throws out exactly what he's doing. He's very transparent when it comes to that.
Yeah, because they greenlit it for so long. It was fine as long as he did it to people they didn't like. I bet now that he does it, you're gonna get more of the memeology tweets. Zoom, you're better than this. What are you doing?
I think he might have learned his lesson. He is not better than this.
Well, we know that he's not better than this, but when Memeology was what did he tweet out? What's he doing?
Hold on, I have to reopen that page. Of course.
God, it's gotten so out of hand with these fucking idiots.
Actually, I think People's Populous Press actually threw together a bit of a video about that.
What do you mean threw together a bit of a... What do you mean?
A bit of a video where he's like, okay, so he doesn't like film his stuff video wise. He doesn't film any of it like with OBS or anything like that. He just uses his phone camera. So when
They
he's
all
showing
do.
stuff on, when he shows stuff on screen, he is just showing his actual screen.
Yeah.
Let's see here. How sad. Go watch PPP's return on Godwinson's channel. Flag down channels isn't key. How sad is it that Ralph is actively instructing his capos to flag down PPP on Godwinson's channel? So far, there's a confirmed flagging campaign from Flamenco's mods. This is just pathetic.
Fucking capos, like he has some sort of mafia. He's not. He's not
What?
that cool.
What? What do you mean, Capo? You mean the exact same thing that everybody said about Sargon? Wow, it's almost like it's the same fucking script being recycled over and over. What a fucking shocker.
So, he continues to tweet. So, Dick's been claiming he's a genius web developer, and Josh has been claiming I have no involvement. Let's see how secure Dick Masterson's project is. New project 2 uses Single Hop as their cloud hosting provider. Its upstream provider is INAP. Dick tries to hide that behind Cloudflare CDN. It's easily bypassed.
Brilliant.
He's
Give
still
access
using
to the back end to an admitted doxer, squatter, and self-admitted pedophile.
Yeah,
10
and then
out of 10.
he continues to. This dude was continuously tweeting like every other minute. They're using WordPress 5.3.2, which is incredibly insecure. Dick has an admin panel, public facing, really smart. And then he links it.
Cool.
Okay, let me tell you how easy it is to bypass WordPress pages. So when we were still like all right with AP, I was chatting with him and he was like, "Man, if this was a WordPress website, I could easily get into this and change everything and fuck this dude's life up." Well, not his life, but
whose life?
I think it was just some random web page that was just insulting everybody around our parts. And he was like, "Man, I could get in there, and if this was WordPress, I could easily get in there. If AP can get in there." Yeah.
Kara is saying that with WordPress, it's not even a back door that Zoom has. It's a building without a back wall.
Oof.
Kind of, yeah.
Dick using a 6-year-old version of jQuery. Dick hasn't secured password reset tokens, which means if someone gets a reset link that previously had been used, they can use it to re-access your account.
Fungold says that they caught Ralph flagging there today and all the proofs in that thread. I don't buy a fucking thing specifically off of nothing but what Zoom puts out. He makes shit up way too much.
Yeah, kind of need a bit more.
Yeah, he's full of shit. But I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me that Ralph flags. I mean, Ralph does everything else he bitches at people for doing. He calls for people to flag JF. Like, why would you think he doesn't flag? Why would that even be a question?
He's saying it isn't from Zoom. It was someone on Goop Farms.
Okay, how would somebody else have proof that he flagged? Not a good inclination, not an idea. How would somebody else have proof?
I mean, unless he did it like on a live stream, that would be hard to prove.
Ralph posted his own screenshot. And that's not the Feingold person saying it, that's Jorgamon saying it.
You're shitting me.
Wow. Also, I'm still kind of like skipping through this video. It says, and Dax, being that your website is currently handling and processing payment data for donations, even though it's going through a processor, you haven't secured this website to the point that it's PCI compliant and can face fines up to $10,000 USD per transaction until it's fixed. Remember that thing that I pointed out last week about New Project 2?
Yeah.
About how if you go to the website and then you go to like the privacy section, the how are we protecting your privacy and things along those lines, I thought those were links at first, and then I highlighted over them. It's just pure text. There's nothing there. It's blank. How are we protecting your privacy? Well, we're kind of not.
That's the joke.
Right.
You think it's a link?
I would never sign up for a website that didn't have at the bare minimum. Like, if they're expecting me to put it in like a credit card or something, bare minimum security, please. Plus, thanks.
Yeah, that's only a little fucking crazy. Only slightly insane.
Only slightly.
Fuck, what did he throw? I don't know.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah, got all those. But yeah, that is still a lot of red flags to me. Initially.
A lot of red flags. This whole thing is nothing.
It's
This
a
is
payment
something
processing
built of red
website.
flags.
And you allegedly let Zoom? Notorious doxer, swatter, alleged pedophile. Like, you let this guy work on your website for you? What is wrong with these people?
Somebody said, how come Masterson calls things stuff that they ain't? Well, because people have called him shit that he isn't. They've called him cool.
He was prom king.
He looks like fucking a balding Weird Owl. He plays Magic the Gathering, for fuck's sake. Come on.
I'm sitting
you
here
all built
thinking,
him up and told him he was cool. You know that he's not.
I'm sitting
People
here
said
trying
he
to
was cool
remember.
because they didn't like the other guy. That's it. That's all. What has Dick Masterson done that's cool? A court case? When did court cases become cool? Get the fuck out of here. What happened? Just me? I know I'm not the only one who knows this shit. It's just, is nobody else saying it?
Everybody is saying that. I believe the thing that really pissed Masterson off is when Masterson and People's Populist Press talked to one another on that stream that made him go fucking red face and screaming into his mic. Was he just randomly throws out, "Is like, remember I was prom king?" The response to that was, I'm so glad to know that you peaked in high school. I actually that got a smile out of me.
I don't know who looks at that guy and thinks that guy's cool.
Well, have you seen who they put him next to?
I don't care who you put him next to. He looks like he is struggling to hold on to hair that has said goodbye long ago. All right, that hairline is gone. It's headed for the hills. Hang it up.
He needs
Hang it the fuck
conditioner. And from the looks of it, I think he needs some uppers. See, he just
What?
looks uppers.
He's
He just
like-
looks sad.
Yeah, he's like a basement Otto, but without the drugs. And the metal.
Who?
Otto, the guy, bus driver from the
I look at that
Simpsons.
guy and I'm not like, that guy's cool. I would never
Oh.
think that guy was cool from looking at him. What the fuck?
Vega says, wow, he looks like he peaked in preschool.
He looks like what?
Looks like he peaked in preschool. And
Maybe. He had hair
Cijo
then.
says, he looks like he wants to show me the puppies in the back of the back of his van.
Yeah, like, why would anybody think this guy's cool?
Up in the
I never
van,
got
I
it.
love you.
I love you, get in the van.
Beat pigs.
I love you, leave your husband.
I don't know. Why is everybody so afraid to just call this dude what he is? Like on his text. Like everybody likes calling everybody else a simp and all that shit. This guy is the simp. You ever heard of The Rock in wrestling? Yeah, this guy is the simp. He is the one. If you ever wanted to see a simp, this guy trying to swoon married women to come hang out with him in his quote-unquote mansion.
Oh,
Him.
see, that's the problem with this scenario, because that actually worked. But she was already in a bad relationship to begin with. She actually put out a post addressing all of it.
Blue Yeti Mike said he looks like a cuck. Diz said he failed 80s guitarist. He does look like every musician from the 80s today. That's who he looks like. Every 80s musician
Without the money.
today. They all have hair plugs. They all look like this. Fucking lame. What else did he say? What else did he say? Or she say? My bad, not he. She.
Oh, I don't even think I ever actually got into the text post itself. Because it's a little long.
What's a little long?
Her post.
Whose post? Which chick is this?
The one
We
that
have, like,
released
3 or
all the
4
text
chicks involved.
messages. No, no,
Okay.
there's not.
Well, I
There's
thought
one
there was-
chick.
Alright, I thought there was the one that he's still around. The one who put out the messages and apparently has responded to him or whatever.
Okay,
thought
if you're
there was, like,
thinking
2
of
chicks.
Jesse is a guy.
Oh,
Jamie is the
Fuck me.
chick, I think.
alright, go ahead.
I put the archive in show text. But she has like 2 giant blocks of text.
Giant blocks of text.
Yeah.
Alright, when you say giant blocks, do you mean like 2 different things she put out or just
Yeah,
2
2
big
different
blocks
like
of- okay.
email screenshot things from
Okay.
2018. But she's like, TLDR, if you're about to say, I'm not reading this, it's too long, host mad, go ahead and fuck off immediately, because you ain't gonna enjoy this one. Many people have speculated on my quote-unquote goal, including Dax. Jamie just wants attention. I do have reasons for all of this. But hoping that I'd inspire the support of a group of people predisposed to believing Dax would be idiotic. Your fans are not my audience. There is nothing that has happened so far that I didn't already know would happen. Nothing said that I didn't already know would be said. I can also tell you that destroying TDS is nowhere near my radar either. And even if it were, it would be a fool's errand. No, I'm very sure Dax will be just fine. And I want him to be, if you can believe that. Moving on to something I've waited a very long time for. I'm sure most are unaware how difficult it is to make Dax commit to an actual response to a question or an accusation. And when he does respond, it's usually something weird and a little off topic, making it confusing to say anything back. So, to get him to finally respond to some of this is an opportunity I don't plan on letting slide. Oh, you mean like responding to an accusation with, did you know I was prom queen? Or queen, prom king?
Yeah, you said I
Could
wish
have been
I had
either.
Jesse's guy. Wish I had Jesse's guy. That's how
Wow.
it goes. It's so lame.
Um,
And he says he's a ton better. Good. That was going to be a question I asked.
good. Okay, so, quote, Jamie is blaming Dax for ruining her marriage, and she needs to take responsibility for it instead. No, I do not blame Dax for ruining my marriage. I blame Dax for offering me a fake option. One that, if I were to choose it, would have irrevocable consequences to my life. At the time, though the decision caused me an incredible amount of stress and pain to come to, it was true that he was the one I wanted to be with. But if he had not pursued me, if he had not given me the option, I would have continued my life without having it cross my mind, and maybe my marriage would have failed anyway. I would have much preferred it to have ended that way. The cruelty is in the fake option. It doesn't matter how dumb I was for believing it was real.
I'm sure it mattered to your husband.
I offered a room and board and then some. No, Dax, you didn't. You offered me a full-on relationship, and you spent 2 months asking me to take your offer, and as soon as I did, you pulled the rug out from under me. I did not come to California for room and board, and I sure as hell never would have come to California to be in a throuple. What the fuck is a throuple?
Three couple.
Like a three-way?
Three couple.
That's dumb.
That is a made-up word.
By someone who's trying to be cool?
I mean, I imagine it's newspeak. I mean, I've never heard of it before, but couple and three.
I'm assuming some 3-person relationship. Yeah, no, fuck that.
We'll go with that.
Let's see here. I know that her husband kicked her out of the house for running up credit card debt and secretly being addicted to Adderall 5 months before I ever met her. That's about it. Dax, I'm sorry, but you cannot use my embarrassing details against me in order to scare me. The way you do to everyone else. And you certainly can't do it while you're telling lies. I told you all about the Adderall. How it was my way of shutting out the pain of Chris and Alyssa's relationship, and the way both things spiraled. You went on many times to tell me how fucked up it was the way he was treating me. You knew it wasn't a secret either. Never once was a secret. I told you about our money issues with the business and how he blamed them all on me. You told me I was being too hard on myself and that I had, and I quote, beaten wife syndrome.
He's going in hard for this.
You knew all about my money problems, including the fact that I didn't have enough credit after the separation to even get a credit card because we always put credit in his name. You knew that I hadn't even had a credit card since 2009. This may be an honest mistake on your part, though. Maybe you're confusing me with the $9,000 in credit card debt that your other girlfriend racked up recently, not including the nose job she was petrified to tell you about for some reason. It's not even that big of a deal.
Oh.
Additionally, to say you had limited knowledge of why I was kicked out is just straight up bullshit. In fact, you had a whole list of it's not your fault theories as to why, including, but not limited to, he just wanted you gone so he could play King of the Mountain at his small-time little CrossFit box in nothing Tyler, Texas. Don't worry, I won't be as critical of your own substance abuse, though, or past substance abuse if those close to you, because you taught me to have a very different perspective on it. Formerly, your generous acceptance and understanding of substance abuse is why it happens impressed me. I'm very sorry to see you all of a sudden use it as a weapon. Quote, kicked out of the house. Do you really want to use kicking someone out of the house as a means of ridicule? Let's just forget that you at least pretended to side with me on that. You kicked your girlfriend out of the house in front of my face, and then proceeded to defile every inch of that house with me while crying. Poor Marie, she's so crazy and she can't help it. But let's just compare the two scenarios, shall we? Dax
Right.
breaks up with Marie. All for me to see for the second of at least 5 times total, and makes her pack her things and leave the house immediately after getting back from however the fuck you pronounce that.
Ojai?
No idea.
Fuck, man.
Tells me that it is very sad and very permanent, and repeats this sentiment many times to me in the following weeks. Chris asks me for a temporary separation after some discord in the last year of the 15 years we spent together, so that we can get some space before trying to work things out. The temporary nature of this being clear to not only he and I, but also understood by Dax and Marie. I never gave either of them a differing position. In fact, Dax more than once, I think Marie is the other girlfriend.
So this
So there
is
was 2 girls.
this is the other girlfriend that he was trying to get into a throuple.
I think that was his actual girlfriend.
Right.
Fucking guy.
How many more coffee? Holy shit. Let's see here. In fact, Dax more than once threw a tantrum about this. There's a whole episode write-up that he wrote out of anger over this. Told me he forgot what it was like to write with a hate in his heart before profusely apologizing.
Hate in your heart, let it out.
Another time he told me that he didn't want to... Wait. Another time he told me he didn't just want to be a consolation prize if Chris and I didn't work out. I had to placate him with a sonnet about how I couldn't see my future anymore because of him.
Oh dear. Wait.
So tell me again what it proves that I was kicked out of the house.
Hold on.
Yes?
Why are there sonnets?
He
I don't fucking know.
He wanted to feel special. He didn't want to feel like a
From
second.
now on, when I get pissed off at anybody, I will be accepting any and all responses in sonnet form.
Only.
Only. You can only respond to me in sonnets because that's what cool people do.
Oh. No. Don't do that. Disavow.
I only accept sonnets.
I avow this.
You avow this?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. It is profoundly sad to me that Jamie is letting Jesse use her like a clickbait cum rag after showing disdain for him previously. Oh, also, my intuition was correct. Whatever in the fuck that means. Jesse, I believe, is pot awful.
Hallelujah.
I showed you very public and prolonged adoration. And what did you treat me like? Girlfriend? No. The only person you ever said I was your girlfriend in front of was your drug dealer. She hates you now, by the way. After I keep going to her to get a myriad of things to dull the pain of what you put me through, all the Xanax she sold me because I told her I just want to be able to sleep. Go ahead and make fun of me, though, for that. For being dumb enough to actually have believed you and your show and all of the talent you had that didn't include shitting on Maddox, go ahead. This isn't embarrassing. Look at all my game. This is why Jamie's spiraling out of control. It's because a lifetime without my love is torment, etc. Thank you. Thank you for finally showing me a glimpse into why you've done all this. I admit it. You're such a Chad, Dax. You got bikini babes nuking their lives to be with you. Congratulations are in order. I'm sure lots of your fans will be impressed. I know I am. Go ahead and screenshot it, share it, quote it. Personally, I'm glad to see you lean in on this. For all the times I asked you if this is what you did to I asked you if this is what you did to me, or insisted that I must have been some trophy for your ego only to have you blow the fuck up at me, swore that I was being crazy, swearing that every single word you ever said to me was true, all the way through the end. Thank you for finally sacking up and admitting this. Maybe you couldn't admit it to your biggest fan, but it seems you can to the rest of them. And I'm not even being sarcastic. This I'm cool with. Jamie was such an idiot to believe Dick. I'm cool with that too. But next time you feel like asking someone to be with you, don't lie so much about who you are. That way you'll less likely have some psycho broad wallowing in pain and confusion over some fake version of you for any amount of time that doesn't even exist. You're Dick Masterson after all. What the heck should I have seen in you? Definitely not what it was that I did. There's a lot of sarcasm at the end of that. Prom King, though. I think it was Pod Awful that pointed out that Dick peaked in high school. I think that was the clip.
What a fucking idiot.
Now, if you'll excuse me, my mouth is incredibly dry. I'm gonna get more drink.
Why is he throwing all this shit at this? He knows she's gonna respond.
I imagine he thinks that he can paint her as crazy. Because from...
Probably thought this shit wouldn't blow up like it did.
Well, yeah. I mean, people may have assumed that people will just ignore it and think, he's cute, and just ignore this. But
that's the thing with the big weird Gunt Guard group.
Well, as much as they will gun shield it, depending on who certain people is, that doesn't mean they're not going to look at it, pass it around to other people who are going to make fun of it, because all of these people that hang around Ralph, half of them are there not because they like him, because they want to see a dumpster fire. They want to see Ralph explode. And I imagine Dick Masterson has a very, very similar audience. So when you hear that there's been some massive fallout with some crazy fucking druggy chick who, you know, left her husband to be with him, and then he did some shit, and now she's
chasing dope fiends like this though. Like, why you want to bring a dope fiend into your house this bad?
Did you see him? Do I need to put his picture back up?
He's got enough money to at least get a clean hooker. Like, I don't get this. Shouldn't have to do all this song and dance to get a hooker. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You can't pay a hooker to, like, pretend to love you.
That's what a lot of people pay him for. Terrible.
Yeah, but you
Fucking
know.
Terrible. Pathetic. These dudes are out here anything to get a woman. And the fact that, like, Ralph he tweeted out, maybe if I would have talked to my girlfriend like that, or my wife like that, I'd still be married. No, Ralph. If you weren't always in other girls' DMs, you would still be married. It's a big difference. Ralph knows what his problem is. I told everybody what Ralph's problem was a fucking year ago. I told you, he would be divorced within the next 2 years. I shit you not, within the next 2 years he got divorced. But I'll ignore that shit. Don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. We'll keep pretending that these aren't just a bunch of fucking dopey fucking losers pretending to be anything but. You have people who are overweight to a morbid degree, like shit where you think they might die. You have balding men that look like Weird Al's rejected cousin trying to say that they're Chads. They're so cool. While they sit there playing Magic the fucking Gathering. It's I don't know what to tell people when they buy into this shit. I don't know what to fucking tell them. It's like Ralph. He's specifically pretty sad because the only way anyone finds him entertaining is if he's drunk, but he's an addict. So he goes through all this song and dance to pretend he's getting clean and stuff, and then he starts getting drunk again. Well, that's the only way anybody likes him, and then even then, they don't even like him. They like the fuck-ups that he makes when he's drunk. They like how stupid he gets when he's drunk. He's the village idiot. And he's fine being the village idiot, because as long as he thinks people like him, well, fuck, it's all good. Look, people watch me on D-Live. It's fucking D-Live, Ralph. Collect your lemons. When D-Live gives you lemons, make lemonade. You know what I mean? It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm
be
sure
fine.
New Project will work out much better than D-Live.
Well, yeah, you can get some of them Toad bucks, right? What's it getting, like 20 bucks? It was like everybody talking about you can buy Toad McKinley off for $20. Fucking pathetic. These people are fucking pathetic. But they were always pathetic. It's just that it took seeing the way that they talk to their lady friend for anybody to even start questioning it. I find that funny. I will say, like, wholeheartedly, to whoever is trying to push this, ban Leo Pirate. Like, everybody else has done fine, but Leo Pirate has made you guys come off really cringy. But it's because Leo Pirate is really cringy. Like, he is the stereotypical internet person. The 9/11 of the internet. Get fucking real. Get fucking real with that shit. Nonsensical motherfucker. Like, of all the shit he could have said, why did he say that? Of all the shit that Leo Pirate could have said, all the ways he could have dunked on Medica. No, skip all that shit. Let's talk about 9/11 of the internet real quick. Gamergate. Shut the fuck up. Get him on a fucking leash. If you're gonna keep Leo Pirate's dumbass around, put him on a short fucking leash. That guy is a fucking moron.
I don't know, man. That's some stupid shit. Gamergate was the 9/11 of the internet.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Cruiser Bunny says, Leo held on to the Sarah Butt shit. One of the things that Leo told me after I had aired it, when we talked about it, is the reason he had unlisted them and privately sent them to me so that I could show them to people was because he had to unlist them because he didn't know if some of that shit was true. That a lot of it was faked on the boards. And I was like, oh, well, thanks for telling me afterward. That's why we didn't talk about it anymore. Because Leo Pirate told me he doesn't think it's true, so he just unlisted it. Well, thanks for telling me after. But remember, it's all about truth, right?
Sure. Fucking 9/11 was actually important. To equate that to
yes.
Gamergate is an insult. I mean, how many people lost their lives in Gamergate?
Well, it's not even that. It's just a really delusional take. Because, of course, Leo Pirate finds himself to be integral in Gamergate. All these people do. They think they're very important. And he wants to overblow his effect on everything. He wants to overblow his place in the world. Because his actual place in the world, it ain't much. He hasn't done much of any fucking thing. And he won't. Because he's that guy. He is the Gamergate is 9/11 guy. I don't know who the fuck told him that would be a good idea to be. But it's what he chose to be. Nobody made him do that shit. Nobody fed him that line. I've been making fun of that line on this show for years. Ever since he said it, I've been like, that is just over-the-top internet person shit. To call Gamergate 9/11. And sure enough, the next time I hear about Leo Pirate, he's trying to tell people that Gamergate's like 9/11. I don't need this shit. Nobody needs this shit. Nobody's gonna buy that. They're gonna make fun of you immediately. You're going to get laughed out of the fucking park with that shit. You sound ridiculous. So, whoever is heading up whatever the fuck this is, get Leo Pirate the fuck out of your ranks. He's an idiot. Just fucking moron.
I wanna be a pirate. Ah.
Look. How many people? All right, there's a good bit of people here. Go ahead. If you think Leo Pirate sounded like an absolute fucking moron when he said that Gamergate is the 9/11 of the internet, and it was peak internet person, press 1. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm not wrong, we will be able to tell. I need to know. Oh, there's too many ones. Too many ones. I saw 2 not ones. I saw 2 not ones. And then Fakers tried to say, you're wrong though. You're wrong. The fuck I am. You have a man in his mid-30s talking about a hashtag from over a decade ago being the fucking 9/11 of the internet.
Really? We all know it was the Pearl Harbor of the internet. To say it was the 9/11
It was the Pearl,
yeah.
the Pearl Harbor of the internet.
Yeah, to say it was the 9/11, that's completely incorrect.
Dude, it was not that deep. Most people have no idea it happened.
It was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of the internet.
Leo's just a fucking moron, and he's always been a fucking moron. You've got to get away from that. The guy's, this just reminds me. This is like that little thing that happened. It was the 9/11 of the internet. Shut the fuck up, idiot. Marino said it's like a fender bender. I don't know. Maybe it was a. I don't know. It was a conflict. But it was off in a corner of the internet nobody gives a fuck about. And these people don't like to hear that, but people don't really give a fuck. Nobody knows any of you. You don't matter. So it's hard for it to be the 9/11 of the internet. People give a fuck about America. America matters. Like, it's bitching about video game journalism and get the fuck out of here. It's not that deep, fam. It'll never be that deep. But had Leo Pirate not brought up like Gamergate and a bunch of other stuff, there's a million things he could have dunked on Jim about. For fuck's sake, the guy, he is the opposite of who he was when he showed up. The direct opposite. He sits there and begs people to watch stick figure videos so that he can fucking have money on YouTube. It's not even based off content anymore. Guys, just like my stick figure videos, please. I would like to be monetized, thanks. Buy my hat. He's a fucking whore. There's easy shit to go in on if you don't like fucking Jim. He's a dork. You chose the 9/11 of the internet approach. And the little thing popped up at the top of the screen that said, everyone will remember this. Nobody liked that. It was terrible. It fucking sucked. But sure. We can keep, we'll pretend that was a winning approach. Because it's all about whose side you're on, right?
That's what I
Again, I got nothing for Mr. Make-A-Wish. Slenderman and a ball cap don't mean shit to me. But you handed that one to him on a silver platter as soon as you started saying shit that dumb. That was fucking stupid. Tonka is a Gamergate denier. I am. I deny Gamergate.
Really? You think Gamergate was an inside job?
I might think Gamergate was an inside job. Why the fuck not? There it is. Gamergate's an inside job. It's over. Wake up, sheeple.
Fuck. I don't know what to do with this information.
You don't know what to do with this information.
No, I've been lied to by the mainstream media.
Chunk that shit out the window. It don't mean shit. None of this nonsense means anything. That's the other thing about it, is that everybody they're gonna be very gung ho about this. I think it's funny. I mean, it's funny to laugh at people finally looking at Dick Masterson and saying, "Huh, balding Weird Al isn't actually that cool." You know, people look at Mr. Make-A-Wish over there like, he's really not that cool. That's interesting. People calling people out for finally, like, hey, maybe you guys shouldn't enable Ralph to be such a fucking drunk fool. Maybe that's not cool. Yeah, that's something. But again, they're, I don't know, 2 years late to the party. That's my thing.
I think
There's
they're
apparently
just-
more. Go ahead. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'm just wondering whether maybe they all just want to see a man kill himself on the internet. Like drink himself to death, whatever it is that he's doing.
Drink himself to death because he wants to be accepted by people that badly. How pathetic is that? Don't do that. Ralph, don't do that. I have nothing for you. I find you disgusting, but seriously, drinking yourself to death to please people on the internet is probably one of the most pathetic ways to go I can think of.
I would have
Don't
to
do that.
agree. But I have to wonder, like, is that what's going on here? Is that what the audience sees in him? Like, okay, we're gonna watch a guy, you know, do this live.
I don't know. You used to like Ralph a lot more than I liked Ralph. Do you know enough about his personality to think that he will say no to this and not fucking drink himself to death on the internet to please idiots?
Based on, well, from what I've seen when I was hanging around, Ralph will do absolutely anything that people pressure him into. Like, a lot of the reason why Vamp got demodded, was because people didn't like her. They were always having a go at her. They were always bitching at him, and that's part of the reason why he de-admin Vamp, because of the pressure from the people in the Discord.
Well, she had built the shit for him, but don't worry about it.
And
It's not a big deal.
as-
He can totally stand up to people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he can.
yeah, sure. They're not all he has in his life at the moment. The only thing that, you know, tells him that he's worth a piece of shit. Pinch of shit.
His lady friend's gone. Apparently his family life is not that good, and he is retreating into the drink again.
And to be fair, I think that's the reason why he is where he is right now. I think Nora leaving him, she was the only thing holding him back. Like, trying to keep any sort of moderation on his drinking and things like that. And now that she's not around, now that she's had enough because of all the other shit he was doing, is just like, fuck it. What's the point? And his chat's like, yeah, do it. People
You
always
may pick up eventually that people hate him, and they're doing this because they hate him. Like, they want to see you self-destruct, Ralph, and you don't have the balls to say anything about it. All you can do is bend the knee.
It was always something that was encouraged from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he was with Nora. Fucking drunk Ralph is best Ralph. They just want to see you act the fool.
Yeah, I just want Ralph to be some stupid fucking drunk hillbilly and do dumb shit.
Yeah.
And again, I got nothing for him. But when he's a drunk idiot, he's a fucking drunk idiot. And he's a fucking moron. And there's no other way to put it. He's a fucking... It's one thing to be a hillbilly loser. It's another to be a drunken hillbilly loser. That makes sense. Surely that makes at least a little sense.
Well, yeah, there's always degrees of patheticness and lack of shame, self-dignity, things like that. Ability to properly control your bladder.
That. The waking up in a pile of piss and screaming at his mother because he had fell asleep on his stream.
Telling her to eat a dick because you were supposed to take her to fucking dialysis and now you don't feel like it. That's fucked up, man. I feel so sorry for his mum.
That's Ralph. He's a simple man. He's got simple fucking things about him. I don't think Ralph gets it. Like, you pull Ralph apart. You look and say, do you find any guts? Do you find any fucking heart in the guy? Do you find anything in the guy that is that which would show tenacity? No. You find very bendy knees. You find some shaky knees that have no problem bending to whatever whim people put in front of them. It's sad. He'll go with whatever. I couldn't imagine being like that. I couldn't imagine going with a lot of the shit that he's went with for so long anyway. When you get down to some of this extra shit, some of the shit that's going on in the past few days, the whole new Project 2 thing, they're putting up the back page, just showing it to everybody on Twitter. You have, I don't know, all this other shit. They're all about that. While all this is going on, like right now, apparently, like Ralph wants to fight PPP. You know why he wants to fight him? So people will quit talking about this. He wants people to start talking about a fight. He don't want people to talk about this. They want people to talk about a fight. Fuck that.
Also, he wants a payday.
He's higher than a hippie on stilts if he thinks he's gonna get a payday.
This dude agreed to give him money. Said it will be held in He said it will be held one of his terms though. He had 3 terms, and one of them was it should be held in escrow until the fight occurs.
Okay.
But yeah, this guy was willing to give Ralph money for some strange fucking reason.
You wanna know, Ralph? You're not gonna do it with a dumb fight thing. Again, like, there's not really that much heat between these two. There's not much of a story behind it. This is not gonna pack anybody into anything. Neither of them have a following worth mentioning, really. There's not much there. But if they want to go through that labor, go ahead. Go through all that. What they should focus on is nailing these guys on all the bullshit that they pulled. Get them on this shit. Because they have them already. Like, right now, they have them by the balls. They don't have any answers to any of the questions any of these people are asking. That should be something that sets off enough flags for people to want to do something. And that something shouldn't be, well, let's move away from it. But people on the internet are very easily distracted. And they try to make everything a recap of something they've done before. You notice, all they ever talk about now is like Geek Thulu and Zoom last year wanted to fight. Ralph wanted to fight Cog last year. Like, they all either want to fight or they want to look at report histories. Because those are the only 2 times anybody ever watched their shows that fucking much. And they always want a repeat of things that have happened before. There's not any originality to anything that they talk about or do. They don't have it in them. It is what it is. What is this? Blue Yeti Mike 13 says they're all stuck on stupid. They're stuck on something. Right? They are all very stuck on things that have already happened. They're very stuck on it. They all want to recap things and capture past glory that if it was even glory. Again, Mundane Matt flagged people. Well, yeah, I was the one that got flagged. I was on that fucking report history. The Killstream wasn't on that report history. So, what do they even have to bitch about? Oh, we got them to show. Okay, cool. Whatever. stupid. Like, that's the big get. Hey, we're gonna get somebody to talk about flagging on a website that allows flagging. It's kind of a dead-end thing because the only person that they ever apply it to is Matt or someone they don't like. It doesn't matter when they flag. When they do it, it's not a big deal. They even posted, apparently, and it's like, oh, well, they were trying to be funny when they posted it. It's like AP flags people. Geek Thulu flags people. All these people flag people. Andy flagged people live on air while Mr. Mediker sat back and thought it was hilarious because it was me and Devin Tracy. It was bullshit. Mr. Mediker gave us shit and said, man, I can't believe that they're making fun of how Andy's life is falling apart. Oh, what? Is that something he's against all of a sudden? Yeah, that was something he was against all of a sudden because it was somebody who he was buddy with. Somebody who he was making fucking rounds with. Somebody who he was doing shows with. That's why it was so fucking, somebody gave me the clip where Mediker was explaining that Ralph he's an addict, and he's an idiot, and he needs help, and all this other shit. And that if he found proof of Ralph flagging, he would call it out. Well, there's proof of Ralph flagging out now. Take your time. Whenever you're ready to call that out, just let everybody know. I'm sure plenty of people will be sitting there waiting to see it. I'll be very interested. I don't know why this is even a question. It's been this way forever. When Andy flagged, you didn't call it out. You watched it. You were in the chat. But now it's a thing. Now it's a thing, right? Now flagging is a huge deal. Andy flagging me off of shit and flagging AIU off of shit. Yeah, no, nothing to call out there. It's not a big deal. But now it's like, yeah, show me proof of Ralph. Well, apparently there's proof of Ralph flagging out there now. When did the Mediker video come out? Or did it come out? Of course it didn't fucking come out. What are you, stupid? What, are you fucking crazy? He might, maybe do a stream on it. And again, the stream will go down 5 minutes after it. Because we don't want to fuck up and lose our monetization again, do we? Because it's all about the dollars at this point. Fucking lame. Fucking lame. You don't have to agree with me. This isn't subjective. It is fucking lame. That what these people say is completely dependent upon whether or not they can get paid to say it. What they do is completely dependent on whether or not they'll get paid to do it. That's fucking lame.
That, sir, is prostitution.
Well, yeah, they're for sale. You know, the same shit they bitched at everybody else about, remember? It was so terrible. All the skeptics are for sale, and they're making money, and they make t-shirts. Fuck do you losers do? What do you got? What's different about them? Tell me what's different about them.
Fuck, you got me.
Which one of them have told people to keep their fucking money and get the fuck out? Because they're not going to go along with their bullshit. Which one of them? Any of them? Anybody do that?
No. Never been told, oh, you can keep your money. Never happened.
How many times have I told people to keep their fucking money and get out?
Often.
Quite a bit, actually.
A lot. People will throw $100 to say some bullshit, tell them to keep their fucking money and get out. Fuck that. It was almost 2 years since I said fuck it. Crowd didn't have a doxing server. Somebody proved me wrong. I sat on this stream for weeks with Crowd. Mediker was welcome to come on. He wouldn't. I'm still the only show that guy's ever fucking... He's just too scared to fucking go on it. Just too fucking scared. Because I said, where that proof on the doxing server Crowd had? There is none. Spoiler, guys. Big shock, there is none. Never showed up. He didn't have it. Nobody had it. Everybody since Aiden Paladin's come out and said, yeah, Kraut never doxed her. The CRP dox has been completely disproven. All that shit has been disproven. Mediker is not, he ain't gonna correct that shit. Why would he correct that shit? That's bread and butter for a while. I mean, if you do want to see a doxing server, Mediker, there's this server, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called Spike Club. But I'm sure you know all about that, right? I'm sure it's all about real shit, not just this weird target list you have of people who don't think that you're cool. People who don't buy into you being the last cool kid on the internet. Like, anybody would say that and expect people not to fucking think that they were fucking cringy as shit. I can't believe people go with that, but they do. Let them do it. It's all normal behavior from these people. This is what they consider normal. Ignore anything that anybody they like do or say, and anybody who they don't like. Oh, it's a huge op. Now, one thing that I heard was he won't cover the thing about Dick because that's a huge op. Somebody sent him the thing with the wrong name and it was an op, so he's not going to do it. He was soured on it. Well, I love that take because what does he call it an op whenever he sends CNN the message, "Hey, Jihadi Jarbo just shot up YouTube headquarters"? Is that an op?
No, that was funny. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that
They
was
covered
funny.
that
So
on the
why
show.
didn't that sour him on it? Why didn't that sour him on it? Why didn't that, for real, why didn't that sour him on it? It's an op, so it made it sour, right? Bullshit people and act like it's, oh, well, you know, somebody soured me on it by mentioning it to me. Fuck off. If he doesn't like it when people tell him to do things, he would have a much better excuse than, oh, well, it was an op and it soured me on it. And what? You do the same shit. You send false information to news sites all the time hoping that they'll fucking pick up on, like, Matt Jarbo shot up YouTube. What the fuck? It's hilarious when it's somebody who isn't you or your buds, right? It becomes lame whenever it's not, though. It's not funny anymore, right? Somebody else does it. It's not. That's not funny. And bet your ass, if this was fucking, Matt, if this was his fucking, messages that got out, bet your fucking ass. There'll be videos and streams all about that shit from all these fucking panty waist fucking fakes.
They'd be fucking all over that shit like white on rice.
Of course, why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be? Their bread and butter is bitching about Matt Jarbo. Pathetic.
Still.
2 years later, for flagging me and somebody else. Wasn't you. Wasn't the Killstream that got flagged. Wasn't Medicare that got flagged. It was me and somebody else. I got over it quicker than they did.
I think the other person is still going on
who?
about it. I think the other person is still going on about. I think it was Dame Pesos.
Oh, that guy.
He's
Well, that's because he'll never
still
have
going on
anything
it.
else other than derp, Matt, derp. Dame Pesos was never funny.
Yeah, Akujin.
Dame Pesos sucked 2 years ago. He sucks now.
What
But
do you
sure,
mean,
we can
yeah,
pretend he's
Akujin?
funny. Huh?
What was the Yakuza for? I
gonna
think
say that.
my impression of fucking Dame Pesos is hilarious. That's because it's me.
Oh.
At least I'm honest about that.
Some guy in the chat. There is no internet friends. Well, here's an interesting take on that. If there are no internet friends, why do they all get together privately to try to talk about this shit instead of just putting it all, out like they would with anybody else? Why is it that when who was it? The Kiwi Farms guy, he made fun of fucking Medicare, so they had to have a private discussion to determine whether or not, it was cool. Lame shit like that. If there's no internet friends, then why is it like that? Yeah, you just say you don't have internet friends. I don't. I am not interested in being any kind of anything with any of these people on the internet. They're fucking weird. But when these people are like, yeah, it's there's no internet friends. No, I'm not friends with any of these people. Sure. That's why you run so much cover for them, right? That's why you're bitching about the messenger on the DMs instead of just fucking laughing about it, right? Because it's about laughing about people on the internet, right?
Sure.
It's just about laughing. It's about going with what's funny, right?
Yeah, it's about the comedy and shit.
Yeah, anything that's funny, they'll go at. So it was hilarious whenever people hit up Vamp's family in the hospital. Why is it not hilarious whenever it happened to Ralph?
Yeah,
What happened to
like,
the funny?
it was so funny.
What happened to the funny?
Oh my god.
Where did the funny go? Am I missing it? Where did the funny go?
I don't know, maybe you are missing it. To me, I never seen the funny in it in the first place. I didn't see the funny in it then. I don't see the funny in it now, but, you know.
But the people who thought it
They-
was funny,
they
why,
did.
why don't they think it's funny now?
I don't know. It's very strange. You know,
It's
same
just
same joke, different person, not funny now.
Mm-hmm.
Why so much protection? Why so much bullshit?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm starting to see a pattern. It's almost like they're in that it's okay if we do a community kind of shit. But they have been hanging out with those kids a lot, so. I've been hanging out with those kids a good bit, so maybe they are like that. Maybe that is how it is now. Bunch of dopey fucking kids masquerading as men. It's okay to talk about anybody else. Don't talk about us and our friend though. Get the fuck out of here. It's like one of the things Medica said was, it's just not funny. Oh, okay.
To who?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was funny. It was funny to everybody except for you, Dick Masterson, Ralph, and Toad. So, everybody else thought it was funny. So I wonder why we're going with such a minority rule here. I didn't know that we needed to clear what was funny with them. I don't know, maybe we should.
Approved jokes.
Maybe. I don't know, what else went on? What other fuckery was afoot?
Apparently you're a content thief. You hear about that? You've
How'd
lost
that
the
happen?
you've lost the right to bitch about anyone stealing content. Because you're making
Who
your
declared
bone.
that?
Yeah, Masterpiece. You're making your bones off him apparently.
Making bones off
Oh.
a Bastard Beast? Nobody cares. Me playing those videos is the most anybody's ever going to see your videos. You're welcome, Bastard Beast. We're going to mock your videos anytime you make them. Anytime you make them and don't take them down in time enough for me to see them, yeah, we're probably going to make fun of them. Get over it. You're
Think
hilarious.
he took them down like
Pretty quickly.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Gonna make fun of that
Like-
shit.
Well, I remember somebody, I can't remember who it was. They posted it before I went to sleep, and I'm like, if it's worth watching, someone will mention it. I'll watch it when I crawl out of bed at noon. And I crawled out of bed around noon, clicked the video, it gone.
I watched him.
I'm like, oh, okay. Fuck me, I guess. I should have watched it when it got posted.
Yeah, probably.
Teach me
You
for
wanna
wanting
see
to
'em.
sleep.
If you was wanting to see him, probably.
Well, live and learn, I guess. My life is incomplete.
Oh, your life's incomplete.
Yeah.
Goddamn shame. Goddamn shame. I hate that you missed out on that. Goddamn shame.
It's almost as sad as someone thinking that they got Sargon on their stream.
That's almost as bad as someone thinking they got Sargon on the stream.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost.
Hold on. Alright. New things in.
Hmm.
Ralph said some really dumb things.
No.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Ralph is talking about flagging PPP and that it would be okay. It's not even false flagging. What? Okay. Throw that up. Where
PvP,
Ralph's
it's
talking
not even
about that.
false
Go grab that.
flagging at this point. Get wrecked? Huh.
So, Ralph is trying to get people flagged off of YouTube and is talking to D-Live about not having them on. Deplatforming for the win, lads.
Woo!
Cringy pieces of shit. Tonka, why didn't you just make cool with these guys back in the day? Because they're scumfucks.
Just why?
Generally, this why.
Pathetic scumfucks.
That's so quiet.
I'm not gonna play this cringy fucking game of every time you don't like somebody, oh, I'm gonna flag them. Oh, I don't know who flagged them. I know you flagged them. Shut up. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't bother me with that dumb shit.
And we got a "it's not true" in the chat.
Oh, you want to put money on that?
It's not true.
Ralph admitting that it's not even false flagging to flag down PPP. And then saying that he couldn't go to D-Live because he's already talked to them about him.
Oh,
Why are you
well,
doing this?
there's more.
Why are you doing this, Ralph? For fucking what? Yeah, PPP shouldn't worry about fighting you. He keep doing what he's doing, and you're going to fucking knock yourself off the air like a goddamn idiot.
Let's see here. And reading these in order as they are timestamped. Imagine talking like this and expecting things to go your way. It's not even false flagging at this point. Get wrecked. Continue to act like you don't care about being flagged. You can always come to D-Live. Oh, wait. I've already told them about you. Ooh.
Brilliant.
Ooh.
Brilliant. Good job.
Good job.
Apparently, he was even in the chat helping people.
Oh?
Yeah,
With what?
timestamps. Hey, you can get this
Weird.
one for incitement at 1511.
Oh.
This is fucking... This is the kind of shit that was always going to happen as soon as they started bullshitting the way they have been. And they've been pulling this shit for years. Years at this point. Bullshitting and flagging, and it was all okay as long as it was approved targets. But now they're doing it to people that it seems that people don't want them doing this to them. They're kind of hating them going at these guys. It's so weird. Now people can tell. Now they see it. Where were these motherfuckers when Andy was flagging people live on air? Where are they then?
Ignoring it.
Why were they ignoring it? Oh yeah, because it's people they didn't like.
It was a friend.
No, maybe
One thing
they-
it did allow that I guess is for the best, is that these people got more brazen. And they do it out in the open now. I don't know if it could get more out in the open than live streaming it like Andy did. You know, I don't know if it gets more brazen than that, but
Look, it's not a big deal.
when you
People-
sit there and constantly type out, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, and yeah, I've already talked to D-Live about you not being able to come over there, and blah da 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 da. Idiot. What are you doing? Like, to what end are you saying any of this? What's it gonna do for you? Tell me, Akujin, what does Ralph get out of saying any of this shit? What will it do for him in the future?
I don't know. I imagine he's getting rid of the competition. But the thing that I imagine would come of it is anytime somebody tries to go at him in the same way, you're not gonna have a leg to stand on because you thought it was cool now.
It fucks him. He fucks himself for no reason. Oh, now, he's saying, oh, that's cool. Dick Masterson says it's a moot point when people flag. Yet Dick Masterson will talk about mundane Matt to this day.
Woo!
It's a moot point, though.
Moot.
It's a moot point when his friends do it.
Yes.
It's a moot point. Talks about mundane Matt for years. But when it comes to his friends flagging, oh, well, it's a moot point.
Also claims that there's oh, do you know how many times I've been accused of encouraging flagging this week? It's impossible to argue because there's never any evidence. Really?
Foolishness. Foolishness.
There's no evidence.
Sure, though.
Surely.
Sure, though. This is all going swell. What do you think happens like, you give them, between today and tomorrow, what do you think's gonna happen? You think Ralph's gonna do a show tonight?
Oh, of course he is.
Probably.
He's got to do something while he's drinking.
Gotta collect them lemons, you right? Alright, so. What kind of lemons do you think's gonna come in?
Sour ones.
Sour ones.
I imagine the lemons are going to be very sour tonight after the whole his Sargon interview has fallen through.
Was that supposed to be today?
No, the 24th. He was advertising it weeks ahead of time.
But yeah, I imagine people are going to be wanting it addressed.
Some kind of explanation like, okay, well, if you didn't talk to Sargon and you didn't talk to one of his reps, who the fuck did you talk to?
Yeah, why did he think Sargon was coming on? I don't think we ever got to that question.
Someone either claiming to be Sargon or representing Sargon said he was going to be on. Like, hell, V is his friend, but we never, like, took it at face value, and he's like, I could talk to Sargon, see if he wants to come on. It's like, you go ahead and do that. We're not gonna say anything until he's like in the call. That's when we'll say something.
The fuck out.
Dude's busy. He's got a family. Got work. Doing his YouTube thing.
Well, yeah, he,
How much free
contrary to
time
what
that-
Ralph and Medicare wanted to happen, yeah, Sargon kind of did the success on YouTube gimmick.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for them. Kinda
He
makes
got
them
into
look a
the
bit foolish.
politics thing. He has reps now, apparently.
Sargon has a team of people. Ralph has Gator. Fucking hell.
I'm sorry.
Did you ever talk to Gator much, Akujin?
I talked to him a few times. I mostly spoke and hang around with Zanan
Sam.
and some of the other people. But out of the three co-hosts, yeah, Zidane was the one that I hung around with and shit.
Zidane's the one who got the fuck out of Dodge first.
Yes.
Yes.
He knew where this shindig was headed.
I always thought that was what happened, but that's not what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I heard his parents found out what stream he's doing, and he was forced to leave, but I don't know.
That's just a rumor and speculation, so
That's sad.
Grain of salt.
I hope that didn't happen. That sounds very sad.
I
Your
honestly
parents
really
decided
do.
you're not allowed to do things on the internet now.
Well, when the stream that you're doing is basically insulting your like pretty much every race that isn't white.
I don't know. If that's the case, that's pretty sad. If he saw shit coming and got the fuck out, that's a little better. Gator will be back on Oh no, it was Zidane will be back on Thursday. Wasn't that the meme?
Yeah, that was the meme.
Zidane will be back on Thursday.
Zidane never came back. I don't
He'll be
know.
back on Thursday.
Me and you disagree about whether Zidane was or was not an idiot. I don't think he was stupid, and I think that he's seen that things were headed extremely south, and he got the fuck out before shit got bad. The whole, his parents found out what kind of fucking show he did, and he almost got, kicked out of the family. That's a rumor.
Buy?
Hmm?
Do you buy that rumor?
Anything's possible.
Which do you find more likely from your interactions with him? You used to do that show with him.
I don't know. I actually could see the likelihood of both happening. It's hard to pin down. I could really see him going, oh, okay, like shit's going real bad right here. Things are going off the rails. I'm just getting the fuck out. And I could also see, oh shit, my family's found out that this is what I'm doing with my spare time. They're gonna take me out of the will. I gotta go.
That's one way to look at it. I mean, you don't want to get knocked out of the will, especially if you're one of these people where that's pretty much the only big income you're ever going to get in your life. I hate being like that, but you know it's true. Don't at me. Maybe I don't know, maybe a guy like Zidane was able to see the shit coming and get out of the way of it, but I don't think any of the rest of these cats, for some reason they've got it built up in their head that, oh no, we can just say it's not true for a long enough time and it's gonna work.
It's not true.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's
I
not
think
gonna work.
I think that that's most likely what happened, based on the fact that the other thing that I heard was a rumor. I mean, people are gonna talk, and also they're gonna try and make out like, oh, he didn't just leave the sinking ship. Didn't have a choice, It's understandable.
It's understandable. No, it would be understandable if he left. It's based on how everything kind of fucking went. The trajectory of the show, the way it was going, all that would make sense. What gets me is why Gator hasn't been, I don't know. How do people not go at Gator harder? And the shit that Gator pulls.
Because
Like his weird infatuation with fucking Ralph. How's that not gone at way more than it is?
I think it's because Ralph's too vocal. Right?
Ralph's too
He
vocal?
will not be outdone. He will absolutely set himself on fire to make himself the center of attention, so that the guy standing next to him jacking off over the fire doesn't look so strange.
What a weird analogy that kind of works. When a guy sets him on fire, it is kind of hard to notice the other guy over there jacking off. And a flaming human being. Let me look at this. Turn to the hurricane, not out of it. I don't know. These fucking losers. If I can think of one thing that they're gonna fuck up on, it's going to be letting them take focus off of what's going on right now with the new Project 2 stuff. Trying to get any kind of anything else going on, it just takes fucking focus off of it. It was like, I don't know, if you remember when the fight thing broke up with me and Andy and everything, it was right after it had been found out that Andy was texting underage girls. And for some reason, it was like, no. Zoom said it's not true, so it's not true. And I was like, what are you people fucking high? Why do you believe Zoom?
Because he's a pedophile, he'd know.
Yeah, I guess so.
He didn't know this. Andy didn't know the secret handshake. He's definitely not one of us.
God damn.
Ooh.
It's wild how close to accurate that probably is.
He was only an apprentice.
An apprentice.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn. But there's always something going on whenever they do this. Like, I remember a geek, he wanted to fight Zoom as soon as shit started happening with them. Same thing with Cog and Ralph. Whenever Cog was showing how fucking foolish Ralph was, he wanted to fight then. They do it to throw off all this other shit. Ralph will even tell you he has no love for the sport. I fight because I like to. They don't like to fight. They like money.
And I think that's what it is, really.
Money and attention. And trying to get people to stop talking about the new Project 2 stuff. Start talking about a fight. Don't talk about the new Project 2 stuff. Fuck that.
But
fuck that.
See, the you and Andy fight, that was like the lead up to that and all the stuff around it. That was big. For this corner of YouTube, it was massive. And they've all tried to replicate that by, oh, I'm gonna fight this guy, I'm gonna fight that guy, and nobody ever gives a shit. They think, I don't know why they think that it isn't a draw anymore. I think people just wanted to see you fight. And you fight Andy.
People wanted to see Andy get hurt. Even the people on Andy's side, they weren't there because they thought Andy was gonna win. People knew that Andy was gonna get fucking massacred that day. It's the only reason anybody wanted to see it. They wanted to see Andy Worski get beat up.
The idea of Ralph fighting this PPP guy, nobody really gives a fuck.
No.
But he's trying to use the, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the fight thing, you know, for attention. Views, clicks. Nobody cares.
Well, neither of them have much of a name on them. Like, this is as obscure internet who gives a fuck as it gets. Maybe something can come of it. Maybe they can, I don't know. If he beats him in a fight, Ralph has to agree to leave the internet or some shit. I don't fucking know. Put something behind it that'll freak people the fuck out. Because if they put their internet something on the line, like they'll leave the internet if they lose or some shit like that. Okay, that could be interesting. Because Ralph's one of those guys that it would be insane to think of Ralph having to get a real job. That would be nuts. What do you think Ralph could actually do in the real world?
In his current state, nothing that he wouldn't get fired from. You can't show up. You can't show up to work the way that he shows up to that stream.
Accurate.
He could not hold down a job. He's unemployable. And then there's, you know, his arrest record. That's not going to help.
Probably not. Aren't PPP and Ralph out of shape anyway? That's an understatement, Mike. It would be bad.
Round us to shape.
There is no illusion of skill or athleticism that will be going on in this, and that is another reason why it's very likely I don't think they could find somebody who would take this on. Like, what kind? You have to go past athletic commissions when you're these two. No athletic commission would clear either of these men.
I doubt it.
They couldn't. These guys couldn't. Which test do you think they could pass? You think they could pass a cardio test? Could you imagine these two trying to do a cardio test?
Oh lord.
No. No, I can't.
Sounds like a fucking horror movie.
One of the annoying things about this, I think, is everyone used to say that, oh, fighting IRL, that's so fucking cringy, blah, blah, blah.
It's cringy
But-
until you call them out on stuff and they're trying to use it to do a look over here and not in my hand kind of scenario. Look in the right hand, not in the left. That's all that's happening.
Oh, you think it's a Houdini thing?
A
Misdirection?
very poor one. Yeah, a very poor one.
I don't know.
You don't
man.
notice that they all want to fight when they're called out on shit?
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that. But, I
Every
just
time.
I just find it amusing that all of these people who used to say, "Oh, fighting IRL's cringy," and then they've seen all the shit that was generated from your potential bout with Warski. Now everyone wants to fight everyone. Now it's cool.
Yeah, and they all pretend that they know shit about fighting. They're like, we're gonna fight in Knoxville. They will never deal with any of you again. Andy didn't keep up his end of the bargain on promoting them. They had less attendance at their next fucking show, and then Tara pulled out of their next fucking show, and it was just everything went tits up. They're not gonna deal with you people again. So I don't even know why they bring up fucking Knoxville. You people fucked that up.
Well,
Idiots.
Knoxville was actually brought up by PPP saying it absolutely cannot be in Knoxville because you guys have destroyed any sort of legitimacy that may have possibly been had there. That was one of his 3 terms and conditions of doing the fight. Can't be in Knoxville.
I think he did that because he doesn't know if Ralph can leave the state. Because, by the way, I don't know if Ralph can leave the state without permission, and I don't know if he'll get permission to do it for a fight. Especially when wasn't his offense like fighting a fucking comment? Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe he's off probation by now. I don't fucking know.
Oh no, he's still on probation.
Oh, well then yeah, no. That might be wise because he wants it done out of state. Fucking shit. I don't know why they bother with the fight thing. It makes no sense to do the fight thing with these two. Neither one of them I expect to do well in a fight, nor can I really care who wins between them in a fight. Now, would I rather watch fights than videos? Well, yeah. But if your goal is to get this shit out there, and you're trying, like, they're acting like they're trying to fucking take them down, right? They're trying to fuck with them. If that's the case, well, then prove your case. Don't worry about fighting Ethan Ralph. Nobody knows or cares which one of you would win in a fight. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Would I watch the fight? Maybe. But this one specifically, I think I would just sit out of. I just wouldn't be interested. Too much of a fuck up.
And I might watch it on YouTube. I'm not gonna fucking pay to watch it or watch it live.
Someone named Jello Mold said a thing. Read what Jello Mold said, Akujin, and I'm gonna go get a drink and think about what they said. Because it's pretty intelligent.
Jellameld says, the fight is a bait and switch for sure. It is insane that Ethan Ralph, whose only real successful stream was exposing Matt, is exposed for flagging, and is trying so hard to pull out of the nosedive. That's a pretty accurate assessment. One of his, probably, yeah, maybe his most successful stream was the Mundane Matt stream. It's definitely one of the most infamous, other than the St. Jude stream. But yeah, as for the, I don't know. You and Tonka seem to be in the same sort of mindset that this is some sort of bait and switch to don't look at the flagging. I think I disagree. I've seen him. I don't think he gives an absolute fuck at all about the flagging. I mean,
No.
he's admitted to doxing people and all that sort of other shit. Flagging is the least egregious thing that he's done and owned up to. I really think that this fight thing, it's a play for money. And a play for views. Jellemold continues. He failed at everything, even his charity nonsense, he admitted, was a LARP against Sargon. No one got money from the St. Jude stream, especially not the kids. The charity stream absolutely was not a LARP. They were absolutely serious. It had nothing to do with being against Sargon. It just went tits up when St. Jude's wouldn't accept the money because of where it was coming from. So saying that that's what he's saying. Alright, you said he admitted it was a LARP against Sargon. He's lying because he failed. Because they wouldn't accept money from him. I don't think he really cared about the kids. I mean, if that's what you mean. But no, it was supposed to be a legitimate fundraiser. I think he was just doing it for the views and the attention, naturally. But yeah, I don't think this was ever intended to be a LARP. I just don't think it. I think that's just something that he's saying because of the way that it worked out.
There's apparently a live comment from Mundane Matt in one of these chats that says, "Now wait a minute, Ralph, no."
Ha.
He did it. Ralph, you're getting dunked on by Mundane Matt. It's happening. I can't imagine why he wants to fight. Mundane Matt's dunking on him. I can't imagine why he would want to fight. I'm shocked.
Are you?
Can you believe it? Guys, can you believe it? He doesn't want people to see him getting dunked on by Mundane Matt. He don't want to talk about that. He wants to talk about a possible fight with somebody who nobody gives a fuck if either of them win or lose the fight. For fuck's sake, don't be stupid, lads. Idiots. I don't know. Do you think there's anything to it? There's anything to this whole thing? You think it's gonna last? Because I remember you said that this wasn't gonna have much to it, Akujin. You didn't think this was gonna last very long. It's lasted into the next week.
What do you mean?
Well, last week when we talked about it on Friday, you said that you didn't think this would make it to the next too far. Well, it's made it into the next week, and there's more to it now.
What, the fight thing?
No. The whole issue with Ralph and the flagging and the everything.
Oh,
You
yeah.
thought he would shake it off.
Yeah, I really didn't think anyone would give a shit at all. Like I said to in response to what's his name in the chat, Jellemold. It's one of the least egregious things that he's done on air, and admitted to on air. Like, I didn't think
Dude,
anyone would give
Look at
a
the
fuck.
first thing that Ralph typed on this thing that you put up. I think Tara LaRosa knows somebody out there. You motherfuckers, you know there are other MMA fighters, right? Like, Tara just inserted herself into the me and fucking Andy thing because she wanted to get likes on her fucking tweets. She didn't even show up to her fucking fight she was supposed to have at the fucking Valor fighting thing the next month. Get fucking real. You realize you can talk to other promoters. Like, you don't have to know Tara LaRosa to get a fucking thing made. We were gonna do it ourselves until Tara inserted herself, and then that was the only way that Andy fucking agreed to it, was because he thought he was getting called out by somebody with a bigger number. Peer pressure worked on his weak ass. You can just talk to somebody. You don't have to have her weak ass.
Wait,
Idiots.
you mean that fight's gonna happen without Tara?
Weird.
Just like most fights happen.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Apparently, they wanted me to come on the Killstream to talk to Jim during the charity thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing your fucking show, Ralph. Your co-hosts are scumbags, and Jim's never been too big of a pussy to come on my show to bitch at anybody else, so why is he too pussy to come on my show to talk to me? Seemed pretty clear to me. That Stone Cold said it best, DTA, don't trust anybody. He stole that from Macho Man. Macho Man had said that about 10 years before. Yeah. Best way to do this, don't trust anybody. And the best advice I can give these kids, the fucking PPP and whoever's around him, well, two things of advice. Get rid of Leo Pirate. He's a fucking moron. 2, ignore the fight shit. Drive your point home, because though nobody give a fuck who wins in a fight between you two. Look at you two. The only reason people want the fight is so they can laugh at your fat asses. Be real. There's nothing to it. One of you is a D-list fucking, I don't know, like a Z-list fucking guy on fucking D-Live, for God's sake. Not even on YouTube. The other one of you is a YouTuber with less than like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. He doesn't even have that many people. Like, you guys aren't that big of a deal. Best thing you could do is come up with a place, meet there, fight there, collect money on people if they can bother to give a fuck. But if you really want the best thing you could do, you can tell them to shut the fuck up about the fight stuff and explain why he thinks it's okay for him to flag, but he makes 2 years of content on Mundane Matt doing the same thing. That's what you do. That's my advice. That and get rid of Leo Pirate. Fucking
Definitely that.
good God. In a world where Leo Pirate is listened to. Get me the hell out of here. What's on the screen?
On the screen is the terms proposed by PPP and Ralph's apparent response to that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would be in an escrow and no intention to show. I'm not showing, but it would have the legally enforceable contract with money put up before I even sign the fight deal, as obviously I do not trust either of these two. I don't authorize the fight footage itself, but I too want a show live from the venue where my panel is commentating on the fight like you would. God damn. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you, that eliminates them from having any promotion have anything to do with it. Nobody's going to set up your fucking creepy crew.
Give you guys a live table.
Yeah.
Like
that's
it's something
not how
special.
This works. God, you're such a fucking loser, Ralph. Ralph has this delusion that the Killstream is something way more than it is. You are not that fucking important, kid. You never will be.
You would be better off starting your sentences with "I'm a drama YouTuber," but you can't even do that.
Yeah, you can't even get that far into. He's not a YouTuber. He's below a YouTuber. He's on fucking D-Live.
Yeah.
Not by choice, by force.
Oh yeah, because he really, really wanted to be on YouTube.
Fucking nonsense. Alright.
But you mentioned before potentially. Oh, I don't know why you guys just don't fight in the streets or whatever. That's already been mentioned, and he said, "No, I won't be doing that. I'm still on probation. Can't do it. I'll get arrested for that shit."
Well, if he'll get arrested for that, that's a bad sign. Probably means that he can't be making very many tracks across anywhere in the States. They're not gonna let him just go anywhere to fight. Definitely not gonna let him leave the country to fight, as one of these fucking things suggested, so that's out of the fucking thing. I don't know. Fuck him.
Well, he has been given visas before, but that was to see his quote-unquote wife.
Yeah, I don't think it works the same. I don't think it's gonna work the same. Maybe it will. I don't think it will. But maybe it will.
He'll pawn it off as, this is a job opportunity because I'll be making $5,000, blah blah blah.
Or I'm just saying, all they should do is focus on keeping up showing what a disingenuous, lying piece of filth Ralph is. That should be what they're on. Anything else is it's counterintuitive, counterproductive, bordering on idiocy. Because I don't know, am I the only one who sees that he has them by the balls right now? These people have them by the fucking balls. They've got them. They've got the flag shit. They've got the shit that he's saying. They've got this new project too. They've got all this shit. And they're really going to let him change the subject. You're really going to let him do that? That's so dumb.
You see, I mean, this is something that I did say before to Jellymold, that I don't think that the whole flagging thing is such a big issue, because I think he's done way worse. Now,
it doesn't matter that
shifting
he's done way
attention,
worse.
shifting attention.
The reason why that's such a big thing is because he's made his fucking bones off of calling Matt out for that for years.
Yeah.
That's why that becomes such a big deal. That's why they can ignore the doxing because, oh, well, he acts like he doesn't care about doxing. Well, you can't say that about flagging when you've been banging on about flagging for years.
I don't know, man. It's just my personal opinion. However, trying to shift attention from new project 2, that's something I could buy. Because I fucking guarantee you, none of them want anyone looking at new project 2.
Same.
Why not?
Because it's a clusterfuck.
Oh.
I've
Yeah,
seen shit
maybe.
about their section of their page, which is supposed to how are you protecting people? Literally nothing there. They didn't even fill out the page.
Nope.
Couldn't even go to somebody else's page and copy paste it. Like,
pretty low tier.
Yeah. Literally could have gone to any other website's page, clicked on their privacy policy, and copy and pasted the exact same thing. Changed a few names. Would have taken 5 minutes. Couldn't be bothered to do that. But you're to be trusted with information, right?
Every time. Fucking, I don't know. The more you look at it, and everybody associated with it, they all just so happen to not find this funny thing funny that they would find funny if it was any fucking buddy else. It's so weird. It's like they're afraid to have a laugh at the guy who is sitting there holding their money. Isn't that weird?
Very weird.
That's weird.
It's odd. Strange, even.
So curious. So fucking curious.
Intriguing.
Why I like that?
It percolates
Intriguing even.
It percolates them pistachios or whatnot.
Percolastachios.
Yeah. Activates omens.
What is going on? Alright, something else got sent I was gonna look at. Oh. Apparently, Ralph is selling a shirt called the Killstream Cleanup Crew. Yeah, there you go. Monetize the fact that you're flagging shit. That's brilliant.
Okay.
Sure.
Bold strategy.
I'm saying. Are you catching me yet, Akujin? Like, again, shit could go one way. I got you. But it could definitely go that way if you let go. If they just let go of all this flagging and shit that fucking Ralph has pulled, it's gonna give him a fucking carte blanche on this, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm honestly still seeing this as a money grab. And an attention grab. Maybe a shift from new project, but definitely a money grab. And this whole shirt thing, the
More
cleanup
money
clue, yeah, it just reinforces my opinion.
It's
Like
the
that-
attempt to own shit. This is what they always talk about. Whenever anybody makes fun of him, it's like, you try to own it. He didn't do that with the Gunt thing, and that became a problem. But now, like, people just call him Gunt, and he answers to it. When you call him, like, the Gunt, he'll just answer you on Twitter. He knows that's what people call him now.
He's aware.
He is the Gunt. Not the coolest nickname, but he'll take it.
Oh. Don't you think he's cool?
I don't think he had a choice. He realized it wasn't going anywhere. Also, like his Gunt. Not going anywhere.
Remember when they were doing the
Awesome.
Miami trip, and he was wearing a t-shirt and swim trunks?
It wasn't swim trunks.
Oh.
Those weren't swim trunks. I don't know why
Oh.
they were wet.
They were cargo pants. They just looked that way on him.
Oh. Did he get his waistline and his inseam wrong again?
Oh. Fine, he might have just peed himself. It's not a big deal. Look through this. May have been some more stuff sent. Maybe. The fucking guy. Apparently, Ralph is trying to talk to everybody about, well, I don't know about a boxing match. It would take more stuff. Ralph, you don't know. Just shut up.
Did he
Watching
really?
YouTube, yeah, he's like, I don't know about a boxing match is going to be the least embarrassing thing you two could do. I'll go ahead and tell you. Because neither of you know how to do anything else, so. Doing the boxing thing will be the least embarrassing outcome for you to go with. And shows how much Ralph knows about anything. Could you imagine Ralph trying to throw a low kick of any sort? Trying to throw any kind of kick. Could you imagine Ralph trying to grapple with someone? Could you imagine this shit?
I could imagine Ralph trying to grapple with gravity, getting up every morning.
Fucking guy. He goes to the pool in his white tee. Get the fuck out of here. You know you can't wear a white tee in a fight, right? Can't do it.
But why? None of that.
Motherfucker sounds like Godzilla when he's waking up in a pile of piss. It's not okay. I don't know. Is there any reason anybody legitimately would want to see these two fight? Look at, I looked at the screen again, and it's just like, man, that shirt,
Oh,
that fucking shirt.
that blonde hair.
He thought he was so cute.
These
Knocks
are
for
the lamest
knockout
motherfuckers
crew,
ever.
man.
Cringiest group of kids you ever saw on the goddamn internet. My god. Okay. So, all this thrown out there, all this. Is there anything else they fucking around and doing? Is there any more to the Masterson fucking mess going on with the fucking new Project 2 bullshit? It's like, one thing I think is funny is they keep calling it a Patreon alternative. I don't. Who's allowed to be on there? Because you're allowed to be on Patreon until you get reported off by these jackoffs. Who's allowed to be on New Project 2? People who Dick says can be on New Project 2? Because that doesn't seem like a Patreon alternative. That seems like I will help you get money if you will be my friend.
I think anyone dumb enough to give him his information, he'll let on.
Is that so? Anybody can be on New Project 2?
Maybe. I don't
That is
know.
not what I heard.
Maybe I'm incorrect.
Does anyone know if anyone can go to New Project 2? Or if it's just his friends?
Well, I think anyone can sign up to be a creator on New Project 2. But well, apparently the gag with the Toad crowd is 26 pieces of silver because he has $26 sitting there and has never received it.
What?
That's where the $26 comes from. It's what Toad should be paid out for.
$26?
Please give $26. Need milk.
Well,
He's
no,
getting a little
on-
hoe for $26?
No. That's
Can you
just
buy
on
weed with
new.
that?
That is just on New Project 2. The people who had gone over there because fuck Patreon, amassed $26 on that little itty bitty website, has never gotten a payout.
Bunch of fucking losers. $20. $20 is all it takes to buy your silence. For real. These motherfuckers put themselves up there. Yeah, I won't talk about this. It's not a big deal. Where's my $26? Well, they get you 2 large pizzas and a Pepsi. Not enough for that.
Stick of weed.
Can that get you weed? $26?
Over here, a stick is $20.
It's a stick.
Yeah, a gram.
Gram. A gram of
What?
weed will cost you $26. Okay.
Well, 1
Well,
gram,
you can get-
1.2, depending on
The guy can get a gram of weed. Hallelujah.
for Lamals.
Full of lamaus.
I'm so confused.
Why are you so confused? Seems simple.
I'm not drug people. I'm not.
It shouldn't be that fucking hard. It should be fine. This is easy. Oh, Project 2 reserves the right to refuse. Only dick-approved people are on there. Okay.
Oh. Oh my. It's not very
Well.
inclusive.
It's not very inclusive, but it is very telling. I'm learning.
Are you learning or are you learning?
I'm learning.
What do you have to do to be refused? I wonder.
Not think Dick Masterson is cool. I don't know. Go try to set up one and just put in the tagline. We make content about how Dick Masterson isn't cool. See if you get approved.
Yeah, I'm not having anything to do with that website. No
Oh
thanks.
yeah, because if you do, then you give all your fucking info to fucking creeps like Good job, Dick. You fucking mark.
Good job.
God. God damn. Fine though. Fine though. It's all gonna be fine in the end.
Apparently,
Perfectly normal.
apparently, PP and Jesse have been refused.
They refused what?
Refused entry into the Patrio state.
Oh.
Why would you even? Why would you want to sign up for this?
Well, because you need free money off the internet? Because you have no other skill? You don't have anything else going on? I mean, these people gave it away, like, especially Medicare the other day. He gave it away. He needs this shit. Any kind of money he can get off the internet, he needs it. Job went tits up. He has no money anymore. He fucking thought he was gonna get sued, and he freaked the fuck out and started making hats. Anytime they take away his monetization on fucking YouTube, he freaks the fuck out and puts out stick figure videos demanding people watch them. It's transparent.
Also, please buy my shirt.
Please buy shirt, please buy hat.
According to Banjella Shots, they say they take your IP info on the privacy policy.
Sounds about right.
Didn't they take more info than that? I'm more worried about the other shit. I mean, you give them the payment processing information, you get a lot more than that. And would you really trust that to a fucking website made by these fucking idiots? Where
No.
Zoom is fucking posting the back page on the goddamn, on Twitter right now. That sounds secure, doesn't it?
Even if I knew nothing about Zoom, I still wouldn't do this. I don't see why anyone would. Unless you've been
They're
kicked
Dick
off of
Masterson
Patreon.
ones.
The only reason to do this is if you've been kicked off of Patreon.
And even then, is it so horrible to just go get another means of making money?
Yeah, how about a Cash App?
There's a million things you can do to where
Like
you
get a
don't
job?
have to do this. I wouldn't say that's one of the million, but it's one of them. I mean, you can't be talking about jobs with these people. That ain't gonna work. Ethan Ralph is an editor-in-chief, Akujin. I don't know if you understand the respect that comes with that kind of position.
He's a
You
serious
shouldn't be out here
journalist.
disparaging him. Yeah, he's a fucking serious goddamn journalist. You need to get real.
Wow. Now my Kumite press pass doesn't seem so shiny anymore.
You think he has any press passes? Oh, Subscribe
you'd-
Star exists. There's that one. God damn. I remember all these weird fucking alternatives. They all come out. They're all supposed to be a thing. Nobody goes to any of them. But this one, everybody's like, well, Dick Masterson made it, so it's gonna be great! Why?
Why? Why would it be great? Because Dick made it?
Because, yeah, people who you like said it's cool? Is that why it's cool?
Like,
I don't know.
I like Tonka. I wouldn't believe that, you know, this boat that he constructed is completely seaworthy just because I like him.
What?
I would be like, okay, what kind of boat building credentials do you have?
Boat building credentials. Make a fucking big blue canoe. Fuck you.
Just because you like someone doesn't mean that they're going to do something well.
Not that. Much better. Because I can make a blue canoe. Told you.
Sorry, I just read that apparently that $26 has been sitting there for at least 2 months and it will not let him withdraw it.
'Cause it's only $26 probably.
Yeah, but Patreon will pay out no matter what the amount. Like, you don't have to meet like a threshold. Maybe Dick doesn't like Toad as much as he claims he does.
Nobody likes Toad. It's fucking Toad.
Toad doesn't even like Toad, that's true.
Likes Toad. You'll watch more girls do mukbangs, you fucking weirdo. Piss off.
Oh yeah, that's his new thing, isn't it? I read something.
I don't think I even want to know what that is.
You don't.
The people who eat on camera, they eat like gratuitous amounts of food.
Oh god. Feeders?
No. Some weird fascination with just watching people eat. Usually it's really skinny people that do it, but he found like a fat one, I guess. And has been obsessed.
I mean, is it like competitive? Because like,
No,
I've kind of watched. There's that guy on
it's not
YouTube
competitive.
that goes around trying to eat the biggest meals all over America.
No, that's not it. That's not even close.
Oh, of course,
know.
fucking Soda Pop likes mukbang.
Why wouldn't they?
Fucking ham ass bitch.
I don't know. There's a tweet like years ago where Gator is trying to explain to everyone that me having Sargon on my show and laughing about werewolves was a direct attack on the Killstream. And I think pretty much ever since then, Gator and Ralph have been on a very weird kick of just a downward spiral. The idea that they couldn't get what they wanted one time. A trickle-down effect through the rest of their fucking lives. And it's been dumb. It's been real dumb. This flagging has been dumb. This everything has been dumb. What he's doing right now, it's dumb as fuck, because not everybody's going to go along with it this time, Ralph. You've lost favor. I don't know if you've caught on to this. But you've lost favor.
Oh, they're so... Yeah.
They're so what?
They... You know that one's... Oh god, I can't remember where it's from, but... And slowly they began to despise him.
I know where that's from.
It's that.
You know
That
where
may
that's
have been
from.
a phrase that's been thrown around that particular stream once or twice before.
Wow.
Hmm.
Seems accurate to me. Seems a little accurate. Maybe, I don't know, maybe fucking Ralph is gonna be able to do what he does with everything else on this and just be like, no, it's not a big deal, guys. Not a big deal.
You can do
I
that
don't
all
think
he
so.
wants, but...
But what?
They're not like letting up. Apparently they haven't let up for months, I want to say. Been literal months, close to a year of them just one by one just turning on him. The fans.
No, everyone but Gator, because Gator loves his Ralphie.
Aww. Adorable.
Gator loves his gun. So, with the exception of Gator, everybody else may dip. But Gator will never leave you, Ralph. Just remember that. You'll always have Gator. You'll always have Gator.
Yeah. He's waited years for you and Nora to break up so that you would be free of your matrimonial commitments. He's waiting for you right now. Just ask.
Yeah.
Gator.
Ask Ralph.
Will you be mine?
Ask him to touch your soundboard.
Hold my gun.
Hold my gunt.
The wind beneath
Nestle
my
the gunt.
gunt.
Nestle the gunt.
Take me into the folds of your belly.
Take me into your loving folds.
Mm.
So fucked up.
The wind beneath your gunt.
So fucked up. It says
Okay.
Ralph turns on anyone who criticizes him.
Oh, you
turns
think?
On anyone. Ralph will turn on anyone for $1. It doesn't even have to do if they criticize him.
But
I didn't do
also,
anything to fucking Ralph but talk to Sargon and he shit his pants over it.
but also specifically that. That'll make him have a go at you fucking straight out. That shit got me kicked out of Spike Club.
Questioning him got you kicked out of Spike Club?
Following, enforcing his own rules got me kicked out.
Well, I didn't get kicked out of Spike. I hadn't left the Discord. The day I got kicked out of the Discord was the day I criticized him on this show. And then he kicked me out.
Dabu.
I had already stopped fucking interacting or hanging around there or anything like that.
Well, it's only a little full of losers, you know? Only a little. I don't know. Do you ever regret leaving
Fuck
leaving
no.
the weird hug box over there?
Fuck no.
Would you classify it as a hug box?
Oh, it's fucking absolutely a fucking circle jerk hug box.
Just anybody who doesn't like anybody who they don't like, it's all hunky dory. But as soon as you say something about them, it's a big goddamn deal.
That was one of the things I hated because anyone that they didn't like, they would fucking dox. Like that was a legitimate you know, thing that happened.
Huh.
So somebody would just show up. A few people would decide that they didn't like him, and then before you know it, that person's personal information is being thrown around the Discord. I'm like, fuck
Conveniently.
This isn't right. I went to
Apparently
fucking.
there are a bunch of screenshots of him promising a girl subscribers he's simping so hard for.
What?
I don't know. Any girl who would give him the time of day. Oh, you don't have to tell me. I was telling everybody years ago.
So it's
Like the
business
whole
as
thing
usual.
where he was in Blood Toker's DMs begging for her to come to the lodge back when he was married to Nora. That was all ignored. Nobody would look at that. That was a huge deal. But not really, right? Like, I thought it was a huge deal. He's fucking married, trying to fucking get Blood Toker to come to the lounge and what was it? The lodge, not the lounge. He ain't got no lounge. Come to my lodge. I'll fuck your pussy so hard. It was pathetic.
Bruh.
It was pathetic. But yeah, ignore that. Ignore that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he said something just as cringy to whoever the fuck this girl is. Wouldn't shock me at all.
That was ignored, just like the Blood Toker for co-host was ignored.
Oh. May have said, oh, he didn't ignore her. He just blocked anyone who mentioned her. Yeah, if you talk to Ralph about the Blood Toker, you just got blocked. That is true. I remember that. When he held the vote for who should be... Yeah, big vote for who should be the next co-host. Blood Toker won.
Yeah.
By far.
Guess who wasn't the new co-host?
Oh. What do you mean?
Aww.
It was a rigged election, I'm telling you.
It was really rigged.
There was Memphis interference.
I demand a recount.
Yeah.
Larry saying you're confusing reality with David Lynch again. Yeah, the lodge was a thing there.
I hate me some David Lynch sometimes, but
I love me some Twin Peaks though.
not a big deal. Oh, Ralph is, I see this one now. Apparently Ralph is saying that, because Tonka no-showed, they let everybody stream, the thing. That didn't what happened.
That
They
is not
fucked
what
up-
happened.
Yeah, they fucked up their audio feed. Or their video feed.
No, they're
But I also didn't no-show. The fight was canceled, Ralph. The no-show was what happened when Nora didn't show up for her quarterly trip. That was a no-show. That
Yeah.
empty spot in your bed, that's a no-show.
Ooh.
I'm just helping you out with your terminology, bud.
Yeah, no,
Don't get it twisted, Gunt.
the stream thing was because the service that they used to stream their pay-per-views went to complete and utter shit, so they were forced to refund everybody their money, and they just streamed it for free on Facebook.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer group of people. Couldn't have happened to a better set of bullshit.
That's what happened, because I was talking to somebody who was not getting their refund like promised. They received an email saying, hey, sorry, our feed is completely and utterly fucked. We're going to refund everybody who bought the pay-per-view and stream it on Facebook.
It's okay, Ralph. One thing I do want to point out to all these people is, since all of this began, all of these motherfuckers have lost their women. Medicare lost Jade. Ralph lost Nora. Andy lost Sinead. Andy lost Booberly. He lost his girl and his side girl. Andy lost double twice.
He lost the other side girl too, I think.
That was a child, man.
That was a child.
No. The other one. The other one. Not that one.
All these motherfuckers have lost their girl. Every one of them. I don't think a fucking one of them have sat down and be like, you know, maybe I need to fix my shit. Not a fucking one of them have thought it. I don't know. Seems so foolish to me.
They're a bunch
Seems
of
so
fools.
fucking stupid. I think they are. I think they fucking are.
And I don't pity the fools.
Not a goddamn one of them. Not a goddamn one of them do I pity. Not even a little bit. These fake fucking dipshits. Dude locking down threads on Kiwi forums because it's about his fucking friend. Medica too much of a pussy to say anything about it because it's about his friend. Ralph too much of a pussy to do anything about anything because it's fucking Ralph and he's too drunk to lift a finger. Pathetic. The only thing different about this go round is that they've been smart enough to keep Andy far the fuck away from everything.
Oh, he's doing
And
his
he's too-
best.
Oh, Andy really wants to be included, but I'm pretty sure that nobody's gonna include Andy. As dumb as they are, I don't think they're dumb enough to bring in Andy. But then again, the other side brought in Leo Pirate, so it is what it is. The soup of the day is not intelligence, I'll tell you that much.
Like, I'm just kind of trying to figure out if Gamergate is their 9/11, which ones are the planes and which ones are the towers?
I don't... Fuck.
Because either way, it all came down.
All gonna stay down, too. These motherfuckers are all in a downward trajectory. They don't see it yet. It doesn't seem like they see it yet. Ralph he may be getting some inclinations, but it doesn't seem like he's catching on yet that this is the end, bud. Killstream Live is not me tweeting. It's a dreaded brand account, but better than most brand accounts, hopefully. Goddamn. Andy says he's 100% coming. Good. I'd like to meet up with you, Andy. I think we got some shit to talk about.
That would be not in Knoxville. That'd be in LA.
I have a feeling it's not going to happen in LA.
I feel like it's not going to happen in Knoxville.
I got a feeling
It's
not
not,
gonna happen.
it's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. But I don't think that if it does go down, it would go down in LA.
Not in a plane or a train.
Go somewhere with some of those mutual combat fucking rules. I'd love to have a little talk with you, Andy. That'd be a good time.
And
That is some shit.
Andy's so cool. You see his cool little name, Andy War Skeet Skeet.
It should be Andy. I lose 1,000 subscribers every time I upload. Much more
Yeah, they
appropriate name.
skeet out of there.
Doesn't have the same ring to it. Skeet Skeet
Aw.
Skeet.
Such a fucking loser.
And
Just a
you think
degenerate
he's
piece of
cool?
shit. Nobody thinks he's cool.
No.
Geek
He
Duel doesn't
knows
even think
he's not
anymore.
cool.
He's just a weird, degenerate scumfuck.
Got a pop in the chat. You know who is really cool? I know she's about to say me.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Telling you it's gonna happen.
Oh, they said me. There you go.
Ah!
Said me.
Told ya.
Larry thinks they're really cool.
I was right.
Done. Done.
Huh?
I was right.
What do you mean you were right?
What did I say?
Soda Pop thinks Soda Pop is cool.
No, what did I say?
Oh my god.
It's true though, says Larry. I don't know, Larry. Sometimes you don't seem so cool though. Like Sassy, she said you're not cool. Sassy said you ain't cool though.
Wow.
But Sasser is a harasser, so it doesn't matter.
Not wrong.
I have heard that.
Sassy is forever not cool. Sasser the harasser.
A
That's
harasser
fucked
of
up.
people on internets.
But apparently, I don't know, Larry was taking up the mantle of harasser, according to Sasser. So do with that information what you will. Or do nothing with it. I don't care, you're grown. Do whatever you want.
I do know that yesterday she was harassing Pablo.
Sassy?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one? Sassy or
no,
Larry?
Larry. Larry was very much
Aw.
harassing Pablo.
Oh, why do that? Why do it?
So I found the girl that old dude in chat was saying. I can understand what he means by she's young.
Going to grab something. Got to get a phone call.
Always
Be
with
back
the
from the
phone
next stream in about
calls.
2 minutes. Yeah, people call me. I actually do shit outside of the fucking internet. Shame on me. I'll be back.
Did I hard enough? Do you think he got it?
I don't know. Maybe you should like give it a few minutes of.
But anyway, no, yeah, it's just chick who streams on D Live.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, the dude in the chat was saying that she was kind of young as far as he was concerned.
And who is this supposed to be?
That's the girl that Ralph was allegedly simping for.
Ah,
She's 23.
she's very 23.
They made her a TikTok under their silly brand name. They probably lied about their influence to get her to do this. Hope she gets some money or something at least. Wow. That's kind of next level.
Wait,
What's
they
next
what? They what? They made her a TikTok under Killstream.
Apparently, that's what Jellimold's saying. They made her a TikTok under their silly brand name, quote unquote. They probably lied about their influence to get her to do this. Hope she gets some money or something at least.
I mean,
She's probably gotten invited to the if you know what I mean.
Fucking weird.
if
Isn't
a
it though?
if a TikTok brand name is Killstream Pog, then she's fine with it because she's owning it because it's on her fucking Twitter bio.
What part of they talked her into getting her TikTok under their brand?
Well, it says they made her.
Yes, they made her an account under their brand name. Gave her the account.
I don't know about all that. That seems weird.
These guys don't it wouldn't shock me if they were lying about their influence, if you know what I mean.
That would shock me 0 bit. Leia Bryant threw to and said, "What do you all think about the U.S. election?" I don't. What about any of you?
When is that? Is that this year?
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know. I never really cared much about politics. I've laughed at them before, but for
I didn't vote in the last one, but
What about you, Akujin? You're in Australia. What do you think about the U.S. election?
more than he thinks about his own. Am I wrong?
No. I think the fucking Joe Biden is they're fucking doing the same shit that they did in 2016. They found the most despisable, unlikable person to run for the DNC. Hillary's not around anymore, so right now it's Biden. And of course they're gonna try and run him against Trump. And he's gonna lose.
What?
If the Democrats obviously, if all they wanted was a win, if they really wanted to get in office, they would have run somebody like Tulsi Gabbard or that other dude. I can't remember his name, but young, smart-looking Asian guy, Asian American. He had some decent backing as
Yang?
well. Yeah, Andrew Yang.
Do you like him?
I don't actually hate him.
I don't know. Did you like him?
He was reasonable. I mean, he wasn't the crazy left. Alright, he wasn't out there with fucking Nancy Pelosi and the obscene shit that she used to say. And wasn't a creepy kid creeper on her like Biden. I didn't like Bernie. They fucking screwed him out of the nominations again, but I don't like Bernie. But fucking all the
like
kids are into socialism these days, so gotta get that universal, that UBI.
So you have many thoughts on the U.S. election.
Yeah, don't ask me about the Australian election. I don't even know who's running or when it's happening.
Akujin,
What?
you don't give other. That's not right.
Take me out. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I can't even remember the name of the guy that's fucking Prime Minister at the moment.
For real. You don't even know who your own prime minister
It's
is.
it's slipped my mind. Can't remember it. I know I hate him, but I can't remember his name.
God damn.
I know I hate him, and I know of 3 things that he's done that I really fucking hated, but for some reason the name is not coming to the head.
Yeah, I'm over here like, what happened? Like, when did Kang drop out of the running? And it was a bit ago, but he wants all of his campaign proceedings to go to his nonprofit Move Humanity Forward, which right now is currently dedicated to helping out people that are suffering wage losses from COVID related stuff.
Guess that's good.
Scott Morrison. He's that douchebag that fucking went on a vacation to Hawaii when we're in the middle of our worst fucking bushfires of like the past fucking 15 years. After having cut the budget to all the rural firefighters, and so they couldn't do any backburning to stop the bushfires from happening.
He needed a
You have such a
vacation.
weird political stance.
What is?
Your stance is just weird.
How? Is it weird because I have one?
Like just a weird stance on politics where you don't know who your own prime minister is, but you are very invested in American politics. It's weird to me.
I don't know. I used to be really into Australian politics. And the more I looked at Australian politics, the more I realized that it doesn't really matter who's in office or what they're saying. They are just going to follow whatever America does. So that's when I started getting my information straight from the source. Look at America and American politics and what are they doing, and go, okay, well, whatever's happening over there, that's what's going to be here.
Hold on. The new person said that they were like a wicked witch person. Give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta ask you a question. Let me get a thing. It's important.
You gonna ask her about hoodoo or voodoo? Soda Pop's gonna teach me. I already know about Billy Mays, and I don't like baseball. It's just like,
Okay, two things. Ben Stiller's dad is dead, for one. I don't know if anybody remembers him, but he was funny as fuck. Ben Stiller's dad was a good comedian. I think he did a lot of stuff on Seinfeld.
yeah, he did.
He was probably one of the better parts of Seinfeld. Ben Stiller's dad has passed away.
Serenity now.
Shit. Unfortunate. Question I had for the person who does the witchcraft stuff. Okay, have you ever heard of the lady who stole bones to do witchcraft and then posted about it on the internet? That shit fascinated me last week.
Have you heard of the Bone Collector?
The Bone Collector.
Fuck, what was the name of that forum?
Ghazi or some shit. Oh, Brian said they haven't. Fuck, man. Alright.
You should go watch our episode from last week when we covered her.
Yeah, that was actually
that was
great.
some shit.
Yeah, it's a grave situation.
Yes.
That was a fun stream.
We-
Brian said this is news to me. Oh, wow. This is, I don't know when this is from. It's like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe. Maybe a few less. Maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know. But it was nuts. I was just gonna, like, if you were somebody who knew about it, I was gonna ask you what your take was on it. All that kind of, it's fucking weird.
What the fuck?
What about fuck?
No, I don't know. She
What
just said the whole bunch of things that she is and used to be, and I don't understand it. I understand sex.
You do? Like that's it. Like, you look at somebody running is like, I understand sex. Okay. Either way, shit was nuts. Worth looking at. The I don't know, what time is it?
7:56 a.m.
Okay, it's nothing like that here. What time is it in, like, real world time, Vamp? Fuck, banner. Aw. Toad McKinley's on Twitter bitching about not being monetized. What the fuck happened to these kids?
Rip.
The fuck is he doing? Why my video not monetized? Why do you care, Toad? I didn't know it was about the money, little bitch. What are you doing?
Oh, this is such a divisive subject.
What is?
So much debate in the chat. Some people saying 5:56, some people saying 3 p.m., some people saying 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 5
I dare say
p.m.
this isn't a debate. I feel like this is just, it looks different depending on where you're at.
I don't know. There can only be one right answer. So who's wrong?
Terrible. Trying to get them to riot against each other, and I don't think it's gonna work.
Well, it was gonna before you fucking clued him into what I
Don't
was
turn
up
on
to.
each other for him. Don't do it. What time is it for... We'll go with Herb. Where's Herb? Say a time?
Yeah, Herb said time. He said 5:56 p.m.
I'll take that. 6 p.m. is good. That'll take good. Oh,
that?
EST is the best girl, said Jessica. Okay, goddamn. Oh, Congressional Karen. And he says the only right time is Tonky time. That you should have said Tonky time and just fucking ended it. That's what you should have done, Akujin. You dropped the ball on this one.
Oh man,
That would have been amazing.
Is it too late?
Maybe not. I don't know. We can like rewind and we can try it all again. Just go all the way back.
Right.
Okay.
Do the thing again.
Okay. I'll do the thing again. Do you have something to play out with?
Yeah. Do the thing again.
Okay. So what time is it, Akujin?
Donkey time.